Damn. Be a little bit stressful. Yo. Yo, what's going on, guys? What is going on, my dudes? Leave the link and I will post it. If it loads. Oh, how? Whatever. Yo, what's up, Seal? What's up, brother? What's up, Raw? Yo. For some reason, my would not load. There we go. Get at it. Let me post this in Discord. We did it. Did it, man. Did it, man. Yo, what up, Crypt? What up, brother? Hope you're doing well today, my man. Tesla dipped today. I finally caved in and bought a share. Yo, let's go, Kevin. Let's go, man. Got your first share of Tesla? Yo, it's like it's like, you know, having your first baby. Yo, what's up, Bob? What up, my man? What is up? What's up, Next? How you doing, brother? What up, Lee? Did you see Elon's tweet about Doge? Yeah, I seen it last night, yeah. I did, man. What happened with safemoon? I don't know, man. safemoon, bro. Safemoon things. Secrets. Let's see. Let me open up the screen over here. That way I have chat open on both sides. That way I'm not missing chat a lot. There we go. Smack the like button. Yo, let's go, Joe. It's all I like to hear, man. I like to hear people smacking the like button. Yo, what's up, Seth? What is going on, my man? Doge finally above 30 cents. Thank God, dude. Hey, I was happy at Doge at 26 cents. I mean, it said it like, you know, 5-6 cents forever. But I mean, I'm glad it's way above that now, obviously. Definitely glad it's way above that as well. Let's see. We do have the Fed speaking today as well. Good old Jerome Powell speaking today. I don't know what time. I think soon. I think soon. Well, golly. Yeah, man. Stressful day, bro. Stressful day. Honestly, thought about not even streaming, honestly. Thought about it. One of those days where you just want to, like, you know, not think about. One of those days. Let me see something. I'm gonna log in and smack the like button, dude. I'm a boss. Doing it, chat. Doing it. I just gotta log into my account and get off, you know, good old Navy's watching my phone account. There we go. Hopefully, Ethereum drops back down to 2,000. I mean, I don't know if it's going to drop down anytime soon. Don't know if it's going to drop down anytime soon. What time does JPal and them start? I know there's like a Federal Reserve YouTube channel. I just don't remember what it is. Hope everybody's day's going well, though. Federal Reserve. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. My PC is just having a conniption, chat. Conniption. Let's see. What the hell's the Federal Reserve channel at? Okay, watching there. Yada yada. Down in more like 2,200. I mean, you can definitely see some pullbacks here and there, man. You can definitely see some pullbacks. Probably not, though. Reserve. Me take the day off? Lamau, Rich. Lamau, man. You know me. My PC is having a conniption. Never a day off. YouTube. Don't care. I'm a lifetime holder layer, dude. And it's pretty much me on most stuff. Here it is. Okay, yeah. What time do they start though? Federal Reserve press conference, July 28th. I'll pull it up real quick. It's gonna have loud music probably.
Households and businesses to plan for the future.
Monetary policy decisions at the Fed are made by the Federal Open Market Committee.
Got you. All right, I'm gonna just mute it. That way it's on. Yo, what's up, Zach? What's up, man? Hope everybody's had a great day, though. Hope everybody's had a great day. There we go. There we go. What's going on with Doge and Elon? Elon tweeted about Doge last night. Reason why Doge started pumping like crazy. Hey, he made a comment about SNL and Doge, which obviously helped price a little bit. You know the old father Doge, man. Old father Doge. I mean, he pumped all the way up to almost 35 cents again. Told you guys, like I said yesterday, though, at a base at 26, 25 cent area, 27, in that area, pretty much 26 cents to 27 cents. Been basing out since pretty much the 22nd. Like, any kind of news or anything's going to make Dogecoin bounce in a bigger manner. Then obviously, once you get, once you get the SNL skits and everything else gets going on with it, it'll probably pump more again. It'll probably pump more again, man. When is it going to be on SNL? Somebody in the chat probably knows the exact date. I'd have to look it up real quick. Something so predictable, hot and cold, you could essentially buy low and sell high. I mean, a lot of people are doing that, though, Flicks. A lot of people are buying and selling AMC like that, though. Seems like we usually have, if we have a really crazy day up, man, the next, day or two, every time here lately, we have these, down days. It is rather annoying, I agree. Does make you want to makes you want to be like, rah! But it is what it is, man. It's be what it's be. At least GME's doing good right now, right? At least it's not negative again, so that's good. We had negative day yesterday, obviously, on GME. Hopefully, not super negative, but it's still a little negative right there, right? But we came down pretty much at the exact same spot yesterday. Pretty much. GME's doing his thing. Neo obviously pumped up this morning and it's kind of leveled off since then as well. We do have Neo earnings tomorrow. Hopefully Neo earnings are good, though. Hopefully Neo earnings are good. Hopefully so. Tesla's cheap compared to where it's going to be in 5 years. Well, yeah, obviously, though, the thing is, though, Lily, is a lot of new investors, and they can't get their heads wrapped around, investing 5 years out, though, man. They're thinking, 1 year max. When you really need to think about 5, 10 years, you know what I mean? Outlooks on, especially if you're investing into momentum stocks. Especially momentum growth at that. Yo, thank you guys for hitting the like button, by the way. Sorry I wasn't live a lot earlier. Today's been very stressful, so. One of those days, man, where you just want to, again, just want to be like, F it, dude. Just go crawl back in bed. And it's been one of those days. But no fear, man. I'll pull my head up my butt and get back on the saddle. It'll be okay. It will be okay. Let's see. I mean, Neo's still up today, though, right? 0.36%. For the most part, though, there's a lot of stocks that are flat, but some of the stocks that went down a lot yesterday kind of came back, like mvis, Clover came back up again. Gout, which is, what is that company called, man? The Latent Therapy, or whatever it's called. That therapy company had it down to yesterday's, came back up again today, up 14%. A good old UXIN, though. Uxton is up a lot today, almost 40%. Some of these yesterday had pretty much a flat day or a straight down day. I'm not straight down, but downward day. Seems like they're the ones that are doing better today, at least. Canoe, like stocks like Canoe, right, up 5% right now. Which again, man, Canoe's still way undervalued, but not a lot you can go back there. Obviously, some of the MJ stocks are up. Like Canopy Growth is back up to $28. Up 4%. Sense is up, you know, almost 4% as well. So there's definitely stocks that are up. But a lot of these stocks didn't have like a crazy day yesterday either. You know, XPing was down today, but XPing is pretty much steady right now at 31.76. Been up like, what, half a percentage point. There's a lot of stocks that are pretty, you know, within, you know, maybe negative like 1% or under that. For the most part, though, it's a pretty flat day, though. For the most part, it's been pretty flat. Kind of like my days went today, man. Just a flat day, right? I just want to rip my arm off. Beat myself with it. Oh man, one of those days, man. If you're having, yeah, I'm having a decent day, Kyle. Wasn't having a decent day earlier, but I'll turn it around, man. I'll turn it around and have a good day. Positive thoughts, man. Positive thoughts. Like I said, it's like one of those days where you kind of want to rip your own arm off and beat yourself with it. Yeah, that's the kind of day I've had today. Oh man. Not the first time. It definitely won't be the last time. Coin looking real good right now. Excited for the future. Oh, yeah, Dogecoin's going to do great, Hunter. I'm not worried about Doge. I'm not worried about crypto markets in general. I think crypto market has a lot more room to grow, and we could definitely see pullbacks here and there, right? I mean, that's just the nature of the game. But I think overall, over the next 5 years, we might have dips here and there, but we'll definitely be on the uptrend on crypto markets. And again, the same thing with stock markets as well. I think we'll have a lot of the same. Uptrends, 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 with some downturns here and there as well. Let me see. Hands pop stocks? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, man, the meme station on I really haven't even been on Discord today at all either. You haven't even been on today. Yee, my Doge. Yo, what's up, Golf? Rip my arm off, too painful. True that. True that, Golf. I don't want to do it either, but you know what I mean. I'd rather work at a factory 4 to 5 years. Well, I worked at a factory for a while. Rig and VXRT, quick input, future 24-hour prediction. I know VXRT was one of the runners yesterday, right? VXRT. Hey, thank you so much for the $2, brother. Let's see. Wasn't that one of the runners yesterday? The only bad thing, man, is like when you're buying into runners that are already up a lot, which just ran up a ton yesterday, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, that was the one I was thinking about. This is the one that we swing traded yesterday. This is one of the ones we swing traded yesterday. VixArt. Do you have any other news though, other than just the news yesterday? Which again, it's good news, right? I mean, it's good news. I mean, anything that can help out with like the T-cell response for the pandemic vaccines is good, right? They're the ones with the vaccine pill. Not really a pill, but you know, kind of like what is that stuff called? Tamiflu for like the flu, right? There's different ones out there for different viruses that you can take and like, you know, make that go away faster and not like affect you as much. Which is great for that. The only bad thing, man, that I hate about that is that it's already run up so much. That usually you run up that big. And this news was just on like their trials, so they haven't had any FDA approvals yet. So I'm not saying this can't run again. I mean, definitely watch it, right? Definitely watch it, but it's already up so much from $6 to $10 yesterday. Right now it's at $8.52, so I'm not saying it can't run again because it did get all the way down to like $7, $8, and then it ran back up to $8.50. I would watch that. I wouldn't go all in anyway. If you find a good run there, then you can get in for a good spot and protect yourself. Seabound. That's how it goes, man. That's the reason why, like, these healthcare stocks, what you want to do, man, with these healthcares, you want to get in low, and then when they run up, sell them, and then when they get up really high, you want to sell, obviously, right? It doesn't matter, like, wherever you feel is comfortable selling. Maybe if it's running up a lot, maybe put you like a 5 or 10% stop loss. That way, if it does start falling back down, you get stomped out. That way you don't come down the whole way back down, and that way you can sell and you can buy the bottom again. If you like that company, buy the bottom again, and then wait for the next trial to come out, or the next, FDA approvals or whatever, and then you can jump out again. Because usually how these companies work, you can swing trade them a ton. So if you get at a low price, you can swing trade them back up top. That's the reason why I'm hesitant to buy like a medical stock that's ready to run up like that, because usually they'll come back down. Again, they don't have FDA approvals yet, right? This was just off of their trials. So me personally, I mean, I'd wait for it to come back down before I bought into it. But the pill's going to be I think the pill's going to do great, right? I mean, they've had really good results so far on it. That's how I would treat that one, though. Yeah, it's an antiviral, yeah. Antiviral. Which they do help, right? I mean, I've seen people, get the flu like really bad, and they take Tamiflu, and it helps out a lot. So it's not like they don't help. I mean, anything where people aren't getting super sick. The way I look at it, anyway. Any way that people aren't getting super sick out there, I feel like is a good thing. The Transocean, what kind of news did Transocean have anyway? When's their first quarter results? 2021 earnings release day. What's their release date coming out? That might be something you want to get into before release. First quarter, May 3rd. So they have a release coming out May 3rd. I would expect them, right? I would expect rig to run up some before results come out. But just be fair warned that sometimes, man, or really honestly, a lot of times here lately, we've had like these stocks run up, to earnings, and then after earnings they fall down some. That's if they don't have like super good results. If they have super good results, then they could go up more. It could go up more. Sometimes you can have like good results and still come down. Look at Microsoft. Look at Pinterest yesterday, right? Both had really good earnings and knocked out of the park, but both of them still came down. You know what I mean? That might be something to get into on rig as well, because again, rig's probably, I would expect rig to run up some going into that. It's up. It did go up already today too. So it's coming right now. It's coming back down. So what I would do on rig is, if you're looking to get into rig, I would wait for them to level out. I would look for them to level out before you jumped into rig, though. Where did they get 1 million more million shares for? What do you mean? Where did they get 1 more million shares from AMC? What do you mean by that? You're talking about the 43 million? The 43 million shares were already approved like back in like 2016. They approved a bunch of shares back then. They just never used them yet, right? They used some last year. They've used some a couple of times in the past like 2 or 3 years. They've used them, but they're using the other 43 million shares. This is the same thing I actually reported on like over a month ago, and people yelled at me in the comment section and told me I was stupid. So, there you go. There you go, man. Joke's on them, dum-dums. Literally woke up, I literally bought Doge at 26 cents last night. When I woke up, I was like, what the F? Yo, nice, Kevin. Nice, man. Yeah, VXRT really won't have like crazy earnings though, Crit, until they actually sell the medicine, right? That's when you would see another come up. You know what I mean? Don't hear me, but I ask a question every hour, and then any bullish stuff that you would get for tomorrow. Not asking for finance. We do have tomorrow's earnings, right? So they could be they could be, right? Tomorrow we have Apple, Facebook, tomorrow. So tomorrow, early morning, you have McDonald's, Caterpillar, Overstock, Merck, and Domino's, and MasterCard. 6 to look out for in the morning. And then after close, we have Amazon, Neo, Twitter, Gilead, Dexcom is probably the ones you'd want to look for. Those are probably the ones you'd want to look for towards tomorrow, would be my guess. But that's what I would be looking for tomorrow at least. Hamo, I mean, people can buy out of some of their shorts, man, right? It's kind of common. You see this uptick we had the other day on the AMC? Right here? This could have been some of the people buying out of some of their shorts. It's very, very, very likely to happen. That's how that happens. Shares become available. They're always changing. They're forever changing. Yo, Logan, you're good, man. You're good. Don't worry about it, brother. That's just how the markets work. Yeah, they're forever changing. It's kind of how those interest rates go up and down a lot. Who saw Jim Cramer's meltdown? I mean, when is it Jim Cramer melting down, though, David? You know what I mean, dude? He's always melting down. It's Jim Cramer. That's one reason why a lot of people watch Jim. He's an entertaining person, man. He's just entertaining, right? I mean, it's television. That's the reason why people watch him in the first place. Every once in a blue moon, man, I feel like Jim Cramer has like decent advice. But some of this stuff, man, you can tell he's definitely getting paid out by some of these people. The way he does stuff. Definitely getting paid lots of money from certain companies. I would love to see where his money comes in from. You talk about Starlink. Well, we don't have any Starlink. We don't have IPOs for those yet. If you're looking for like ones to get into, kind of like Starlink, would be like Gilt, Black Sky, which is a SPAC company. So you have to look up SPACs, right? Those would be the two I'd probably look at. Maybe GSAT as well. GSAT could be a good one. GSAT's a lot cheaper. They're not as advanced as something like Gilt or Black Sky, but GSAT's not bad either. Which is Globostar. Gilt is Galat Satellites. If that's what you're looking for something like in that range. Personally, I'd probably look at something like Black Sky or Gilt. I think Gilt's probably ahead of the game more than any of them right now, honestly. GSAT's a cheaper one, but I do think GSAT can grow, obviously, over time and get bigger and bigger. Yeah, they are smaller. They are a penny stock, though, so. I do not mind Globalstar. I just don't know all the stuff they have coming up. You know they had that. When was that? Last month they partnered with Jeep. They had some decent earnings. They had some decent earnings as well when they came out for their Q4 earnings. And they had like a 3 point, or pretty much like a 4%, Q4 increase. Nothing crazy, but for a smaller company like that, anything's good. And they did do that 65 million share common votes, the common stocks. They did do that. That kind of brought the price down a little bit as well on GSAT. I guess it depends on like what price point you're looking at as well. You see that the hedge fund managers jumped off a balcony. I didn't see that, Hemo, but that's not good, obviously. I mean, they have stressful lives too, man. So, Again, I don't wish harm on anybody at the end of the day. I don't like what some of the hedge funds do, right? I'm sure there's some hedge funds out there, man, that are actually nice, like, decent people. At the end of the day, man, money makes people do stupid stuff. Right? Money makes people do stupid stuff at the end of the day. Hope everybody's having a great day, though. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys smack the like button down below. Definitely helps out. We'll watch the Federal Reserve coming up soon, guys, by the way. I'll pull the Federal Reserve up as well. Don't you worry. I'll make this separate. That way, when it does come on, I think they come on at 1:30 my time. So about 20 more minutes or so. We'll watch the Feds as well. Why aren't they talking about the billion synthetic shares out there? I don't think anybody really knows how many actual synthetic shares are out, Edward. I don't think anybody really knows the exact number. There's guesstimates, right? Yeah, I don't think the 43 billion shares in AMC is going to hurt it. I think that's a good thing. Again, they're putting them in at market price. But it's not like they're putting them in like a $2 or $3 below, so that way the stock price plummets. Now, no matter what, you're gonna have people sell out because people are like, you know, afraid of anything, you know, dilution wise. You're gonna have people sell out no matter what. That's just gonna scare people that are like, well, we'll sell now and we'll buy back in lower. Correct? And that's gonna happen. But the main thing is that hopefully AMC can pay off some of their debts. That will help out AMC stock one long run. And also help out with more people wanting to buy in. And I mean by that is like the people that actually move markets more than we do, which is the commercial investors. They'll be able to buy into AMC without worrying about the company going down, right? You're gonna get a lot of the same questions over and over in here, Speedy. Well, you have a lot of people that really don't understand, you know, a lot of things, man. It's fine. I'm down with people asking lots of questions. You know me. Well, that's literally what I made my channel for, right? To help out people. Hopefully understand markets a little more without, you know, hopefully them not getting advice from somebody that literally just started in the market, you know, in January, which seems to be the process right now. Yo, peace out, Logan. Peace out, brother. They gave the employees the incentives to issue the stocks based off commission in return. The incentives for the issue of the stock at a higher price for personal commission benefits. Could be. A little bit. Been reading a lot about BSV capabilities. What are your thoughts on long-term investments, man? Good old BSV investments. Honestly, I haven't gave that a lot of thought. You're talking about like bio. I think, honestly, right? Like Nano, what's that one company? What's Nano's? Now, obviously, with like anything with bioscience, man, they're saying anyway. I don't know a ton about bioscience stuff. I'll be completely honest. They're saying that bioscience should be one of the leaders in terms of like returns on investment over the next like 10 years, because we're supposed to have a lot of advancements in that, which we've already had a lot of advancements anyway, just in the past, you know, the last 10 years. But it's supposed to heat up even more in that market space. So there's a lot of people investing tons of money, man, in the bioscience area. Alone. Did I have to buy Doge now or what? Wait a second. What is it, Para? Can't get chat on the side of you. I'm not on theater. This keeps happening to me. Are you on phone or on the computer, Rich? That sounds so weird, man. I never have any issue. The only issues I ever have, man, is if I hit theater mode in accident and I get theater mode out. I have no idea on that, Josh. For right now, I think we're gonna hit. I think Doge hit $1 this year. You know, obviously not financial advice. Are you safe with a Robinhood? I mean, hopefully, right? Hopefully, Robinhood does have a history of you know, shutting down certain stuff as they go up, though. But hopefully, man, you know, one day Robinhood won't do that. But if you wanna be certain of yourself, you can also open up another account over here on Webull. Put that $100 in, you get 2 free stocks as well. And you have 2 different brokers. You always have 2 different brokers up there, man. I have 1,000 shares of AMC in Robinhood, but I'm nervous about switching to Webull and miss the squeeze. I honestly don't. I personally don't think we're gonna see the squeeze like anytime within the next like week or so. Myself, could happen, right? But if you're on Robinhood, they're probably gonna shut. You're probably gonna shut AMC down anyway, and you won't be able to even trade it. So it's Robinhood, man. AMC reaches like $100, man. You know, RIP you being able to do it. You're on the computer, Richard. I mean, the only thing I can think of, man, is maybe refreshing your page or maybe clearing cookies. You know what I mean? Maybe try clearing your cookies on your browser. The only time I don't see how chat wouldn't be below. Unless you put a hide chat, maybe Make sure you put show chat, right? And then theater mode is the only way you can move it up and down. Michigan, I'm not down talking Robinhood though. I don't even mean. He asked me about Robinhood. I'm giving you my thoughts on Robinhood, brother. Giving you my thoughts on Robinhood, my man. Chill, 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 bro. Chill. With my with my day, man, I don't want to ban people, but liable to happen. Liable to happen, man. I like Binance, have not tried webull. Well, Binance is great for sure, Michigan. I like Binance, man. I like Binance. I never had any issues with Binance. I don't currently use Binance anymore because I switched over to Voyager because obviously you get a little better interest rates there on my stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I usually use Voyager right now. They do have a simplicity, obviously, right? And they're a little bit smaller than Binance is. Yo, AMC just had a big order come through, though. AMC just had a big print order come through for $1.3 million. You might not see that directly on the screen right now, right? Because this order, unless it might be right here, actually, it's 24,000. Right there. I was going to say maybe some of this could be coming through a... how much is 25 of that? Calculator. That wouldn't be all. Some of this right here could be right. Some of this 25,000 could be some of that order. Some of the order could have went through the dark pools or black pools, whatever you want to call them. Those won't get reported right away either. So if somebody's asking why they didn't get pumped up right away on that order, it's because a lot of times those bigger orders go through dark pools for that very reason. For that very reason. I think Vlad was just inexperienced and more than experienced. Crack. I mean, obviously, I mean, I don't want to get too much wrong. Again, I don't have any bad feelings against Robinhood, right? I just hate that every time something goes up in price, like Robinhood likes us to restrict it, and it's done that for the last 2 years, right? They've done that for 2 years now, so it's just hard for me to see that changing. It's hard for me to see that changing, and that's the reason why I'm just like, well, you know, if you're using Robinhood, obviously you're taking a chance on that. Hopefully, eventually that'll stop happening. But it has happened for the past 2 years. And if you like using Robinhood, use Robinhood, man. I'll agree. Robinhood is very easy to use. It's very, it's kind of like those, you know, those books like Stocks for Dummies or whatever, right? It's like very easy to use. Buying options on Robinhood is super easy to buy. And they do that always for a reason, man. You know, gets people to buy those kind of things. They make a lot of money off those. Sold all your AMC stock for MindMed. Yo, nice, Sunder. I mean, I don't care, Sunder. You ain't got to say sorry to me. You know me, man. I'm all about people making money. I'm all about people making money. You ain't got to say sorry to me, bro. If you want to sell your AMC stock, man, and get into something else, hey, that's up to you. It's not my money. Yo, Draven, I mean, you say that though if Robinhood was the halt again, but they've done that in the last 2 years, man, at least probably like 10 times I can think of. Right? They're not going to hurt their platform by doing that. They're not going to hurt their platform by doing that, man. That's the issue there. You can't transfer any Doge out of Robinhood because you don't have a wallet in Robinhood yet. What about Palantir? I love Palantir. I have lots of it. Right now, currently, I have about 550 shares of Palantir with a average price of $22.90. $22.90. I've been buying Palantir since about 25 bucks. This is about 25 bucks. Again, Palantir is like a 5-year play, though. Palantir to me is like a 5-year play. So to me, if you're wanting to buy Palantir, at least hold it for a year. But I would look at it as a 5-year play if you can. I think at least out of the next 5 years, you're going to see some pretty good gains in Palantir. I might end up holding Palantir longer than 5 years. You know what I mean? I think Palantir is going to be a great play. It's kind of like Oracle. You know, I've had Oracle for a long time as well. Oracle obviously does pay a dividend. Oracle's a lot more expensive. But they're both great companies I like a lot. Oracle and Palantir, great companies, man. I like both of them. Do I have, how many Doge do I have? Right now I have about 58,000 Doge. About 58,000 Doge. Think about dropping 50 on Doge. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea, right? I don't know how much 50 is to you. But if you can, obviously over time, you know, you want to buy into certain things over time. That way you're getting the best price. So if you're looking to buy like 30, you know, if you're looking to buy, let's say $1,000 all at once, I'd probably split that up into like fours or at least in a halves and buy over the course of a few days at least. That way you're getting the best pricing. Either way, I think over time, if you're willing to hold though, over time you're going to make money. And remember, I am not a financial advisor either, by the way, guys. I went to school for business finance, but I'm not a financial advisor. Can't actually be one unless I was, you know, wasn't certified into you getting paid for those services, which I am not right now. I have a little bit of a JAGX. I do have a little bit of JAGX. That's how much I have. I really don't have a ton of JAGX though. I'm currently up. I haven't looked at my JAG in a while. I'm currently up though on JAGX, so it's not terrible. JAGX has been creeping back up though to those technical levels that if it could break through, it could definitely bounce back up again. Some of these medical stocks have been down a lot compared to where they were at before, right? At one point, JAGX was really high. I sold some of my JAGX back then. I didn't get to sell at the top. Probably should have. But my average buying price right now for JAGX is 90 cents. To be exact, it's 92 cents. 92 cents is my exact buy-in spot. I only have 142 shares though, because I did sell quite a bit of my shares at the $3 mark. Could have sold those at like $5. I was hoping we had another catalyst and come back up. We never did. We did come up a little bit right off. It's like 270. We shot up to like 360. And that's the area where I sold at. It was around like 350 areas where I sold. But it's definitely getting back up to these technical levels. If JAGX does break through this like $1.80 mark, the JAGX could run back up to say 230 area. If it can break through this like $1.85 mark. For technical level standpoint. Something to look at. But I did buy a lot of JAGX on that first run up we had. When was that anyway? That was back early January. Early January is when I first bought JAGX at. Like super early January. January like 4th. Yeah, January 4th is when I first bought in. And I sold around like mid-February. I do have more, just not a ton. Your first deposit, if you're transferring through ACH, probably somewhere in like 3 to 5 days, probably somewhere in there on your first deposit. After that, it'll go a lot faster. And if you want same-day deposits, like same day, like boom, it's there, all your money's there, and you're not spending like technical. Because if you're using Robinhood, guys, and you transfer money over, you don't technically have the money in your account. You're technically buying on margin. If you're doing ACH transfers, and if you're doing wire transfers same day, right? Now webull does the same thing as Robinhood. They'll give you buying power right away after your first deposits. Kind of like building trust with a company. But just remember though, until your ACH transfer is actually transferred from your bank all the way, which ACH transfer usually takes anywhere from 3 to 5 days, you're going to be buying on margin. You're buying on margin at that point. A lot of people don't know that. So I just want to be fair warned, man, that you are buying on a little bit of margin if you're doing ACH transfers. Those first few days at least. Yo, you're good, Shannon. You're good. And the reason why I want to mention that is because obviously if something was a tank, they could literally liquidate your stuff. Then you kind of lose out on money because it'd be going into negative, right? Do you think Dogecoin would get down on May 8th? Elon hosting SNL. Yeah. The same way it did on 420. I mean, I guess it could, but 420 was a lot more hype than Elon on hosting SNL. Everybody was hyping up 420. And a lot of times what happens when people hype up a certain day, a big day like that, a bunch of people like everybody did, a lot of times you won't meet this expectation. And then it happens, people are like, well, I'm going to sell. And you have this more people selling. You have these downturns. That's the reason why I don't like when people call a certain thing like a certain day, like AMC Day. Remember, everybody it's AMC Day. People have like, the Doge Day. A lot of times you have this buy the hype and then sell the news. Kind of like you do in like medical stocks and other things. I like XLM. I don't own any of it though, Matt. I don't own any XLM. But I wouldn't doubt it though if it was have a little correction, right? SNL could boost Dogecoin that day or that night, right? Going into the next day, and then we could have a fallback a little bit. That's pretty atypical of any stock or any coin that's kind of going up in value like that. Yo, what's up, Alan? How you doing, fam? Hope you're doing well. You guys wondering what I'm using though? I am using the webull right there. Again, if you sign up, you put $100 in. You do get those 2 free stocks worth of $1,800. You can buy and sell, Doge or whatever, AMC, any stocks, quite a bit of cryptos, and they're adding more as well. Doge is looking great. Doge has been great. We are obviously off that high of 35 cents. This was pretty much peak hype right here. Off Elon tweeting out Doge, Dogefather, or Father Doge. So you had a lot of hype leading up right here. Then you have a little bit of sell-off. People like coming here to buy in. Those people literally just have his tweets ready. So as soon as he tweets anything about those, they come and buy, and then they'll sell at the top. They'll sell once we get peak numbers, peak RSI, and everything like that until they see a drop back. Then they'll start selling. It's pretty atypical. Right now, we've been pretty much settled out around 30 cents, though. Around 30 cents, which is good. I'm not saying this can't fall back a little more. I don't really know. We could also going back up. We're definitely not at peak hype right now. Off that tweet, because that's been a few hours ago. Obviously, last night. You can tell right here when he did tweet. Pretty much shot up instantaneous. You can tell as people woke up as well. As more and more people saw, they came and bought more Doge. He can definitely move the market over here on Doge for sure. He's definitely got the powers. Definitely got the powers though. People nervous about crypto when USD is fiat money not backed by gold any longer. I think people are always kind of scared about new things at the end of the day. I think people are always scared about new things. I think that's fairly normal. I think that's fairly normal, though. Talking about, is he the Doge father? LOL. It's probably a skit or something they're going to be doing on SNL. They'll probably do something about it, I'm guessing. I mean, nobody knows what they're going to do on SNL, It's only, expectations of it happening. Speculation. Monologue is about nothing but Dogecoin. It goes to the moon. I mean, it could be, right? What's fiat money? Money that we use every day, right? Dollar bills, wherever. Also, Neo. I love Neo. I have a lot of Neo. I have currently right now I have almost I have right at 800 shares of Neo right now. Right at 800 shares of Neo. I've been buying Neo since last year, on and off, on and off, on and off. We have Neo earnings coming up. That could definitely help out the stock. But it could also hurt the stock a little bit because they're obviously going to get asked about, the inevitable, aka chipsets. There's a difference between unregulated. Well, yeah, obviously. You're right there, Bob. You're definitely right there. There's definitely a difference between regulated and unregulated stuff. I'll agree. But at the end of the day, people are scared of anything that's new, and a lot of people are new to crypto. Though, you know, not as much as they used to be. Like, say back in like 2017, 2016, it was even more scarce for people to buy crypto. Over time, more and more people become acceptable to crypto, and that'll bring the price up. Especially into some of these cryptos that have limits, right? Over time, they're going to go up no matter what. But the more and more places that sell things like Doge anyway, that doesn't have a limit or a cap on it, those will go up as well. And again, something like Doge is inflatable, right? So that's the reason why a lot of people like those kind of currencies in terms of like spinning them a lot. But you will have some people, man, that argue against that a lot too, which is fine. Everybody has their own thoughts. I'm always down to hear people's thoughts, and I don't like to discredit people's you know, thoughts too much unless it's really crazy. I hate that I'm certainly crypto, but well, that's the reason why, Bob. Like, I like crypto, but I'm not gonna put all my money into crypto. You know what I mean? I like crypto, I'm just not gonna put all my money in it. Paul, I don't know where Doge is gonna drop to certainly today. And Doge might not drop too much, right? We can see Doge, like, you know, go between 29 and 30, 31 cents for a bit. Now, if you're talking about from this morning, you know, right now, obviously we had to have some pullbacks. But again, this right here was pretty much peak hype off those tweets. Now, we definitely could see some pullbacks. I want to see us, before I see any kind of pullbacks right now, below 29 cents. So for right now, I'm just going to say we're probably going to bounce around 29 cents to 31 cent area. Back and forth, looks like. Now, if I see another pattern going on, I'll let you guys know. But right now, it looks like the pattern is going to be that. We kind of had that pattern back here at the 26 cent range, 25, or really the bottom, upper 25 cents, but pretty much mostly 26, 27 cents. This thing floated around 26, 27 cents, man, for literally since the 22nd. Other than we had a couple of small pullbacks, those got ate up really, really quick. But we could see this right here kind of drown back out again. Not really drown, but you know what I mean. Drown back out around like 30, 31 cent, you know, up and down, up and down, up and down. The upper like 29 cent levels. That's what I'm going to go with now until we break that level. Thoughts on skills? I love skills. You guys that are on the thing, FTLC is almost at IPO price. Needs to merge soon so I can fly. I mean, it gives you a good time to buy in. I've been buying lots of FTLC though. I think so far, FTLC, I think I've loaded up what? Yeah, altogether on FTLC, I've loaded up almost 500 shares. I've been buying it little over time as well. FTLC is going to do good. I'm not worried about Payoneer, man. I'm not worried about Payoneer at all. They're money makers. Obviously, I'd like to get their ticker going and stuff. Would be nice. These things could get drawn out a little bit, though. You got to remember, because the SEC is doing a little bit more rules and regulations on SPACs, which would be good for SPACs overall, because that right there is going to give people more confidence to invest in the SPACs. But I really don't mind investing in the SPAC companies that are good. Until then, SPACs have been beat, though. There's a lot of SPACs, man, that have been beat down. Ton. What up with SafeMoon? Still a scam. I don't, again, Kevin, I don't know a lot about SafeMoon, man. You have to go look up some information on SafeMoon. I'm not buying any SafeMoon, but I'm not buying any myself. It definitely likes to get pushed a lot, so I'm not saying you can't make money on SafeMoon at all. SafeMoon definitely likes to go up and then back down and then up and then back down a lot. The main thing that scares me about SafeMoon, honestly, is it's all the YouTube bots, man. There's just so many YouTube bots for SafeMoon. It kind of scares me. I don't like things when things are body. But anytime I see a lot of bots spreading different stuff, it scares me. I'm like, no, dude. NFTs, I think, are here to stay, honestly, Erwin. I think NFTs are good to stay. Do you think skills will rebound? Looks like it's been dropping all day. Well, we had a big up. You got to remember, man. Let me bring up skills real quick. We had a huge up period on skills. right back here, like up and away. Because at one point, skills was down at like what? Way undervalued, right? It's way undervalued. Let's go back to the 5-day. At one point, yeah, skills got down to $12.40, which is ridiculous, man. Because again, skills is a $30 company. We're trading well below its value still at the current price, but I mean, it could come down a little more. I don't know. I'm not in the business of trying to time markets, but I do know if skills goes below $15, man, it's a snatch all day long. But honestly, to me, under $20 is still a good buy-in spots for skills. It's just because the growth is there, right? Like skills growth is there. Kind of like buying into like DraftKings and Gamble and others like that. That industry is going to grow over time. More and more places are going to open up where you could gamble, live gambling or betting, whatever you're doing. Skills a little different, right? They do have a little bit different way of what they do, but I think overall skills are going to do great. Because competitive gaming in general is up there. Citadel, why Citadel? Yo, chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button below. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Seems like it's consolidating. It looks like it's consolidating as well. But I think it's great. Just check subs on this Scrammers guys, and they have 0 subs. 0, man. 0, 0, 0. Oh man, I love these bots. I wonder who made that account. New to the channel, and I'm sure you explained this 400 times already, but I just bought in a position in AMC today on the dip. Do you believe that was a good move? What are your thoughts? I kind of went over this earlier. Again. I think we could see some pullbacks on AMC. I don't know how far. Hopefully not very far. People kind of freaking out because they've seen the news that I kind of reported on like last month. That AMC is going to sell 43 million shares. The same story I reported on when everybody told me I was stupid. Yeah. And had a lot of people come in for like a couple weeks straight telling me I was like trying to be a scare artist or something. Acting like, AMC report, selling 43 million shares is going to be a bad thing for the company, which is not a bad thing for the company. Hopefully right now what we're seeing right here is like the sell-off of people like that are scared because they're thinking dilution. Companies that use shares to their benefit usually don't see pullbacks. Companies that have a offering of shares that are at market value usually don't see that big of a pullback either. But you do have a lot of newbies, right, that are in AMC that are going to get scared and kind of sell out because they see dilution happening. That money right there they're going to get, though, allows them to pay off debt at a bigger clip, at a faster clip, for a discounted rate. Stuff like that's going to help out AMC. It's going to help out AMC. It won't hurt it. Again, I'm long-term AMC, though. So I don't look at AMC as a I look at it, I do look at it as a play that could, right, short squeeze, right? I do look at it that way, but I don't bet on the short squeeze happening. You know what I mean? I don't bet on the short squeeze happening because nobody knows if it's going to happen or not. Nobody will ever know that. There's chances of it happening, correct? There's lots of details to look at. It could say, hey, look, this could happen, which obviously one of those details is short float, the amount of shorts that are owed, and the amount of the shorts that are outstanding. Stuff like that definitely helps. But you can also never say like something's actually going to do that. I honestly invest into AMC right now, one, to hurt the hedge funds, because I don't like the hedge funds like trying to drown out companies. That's the reason why I got into AMC in the first place. Back in January. I got back in January, the first of January. The first time I got in was around like $4. It's like $4.50 or so in price when I first got in the 1st of January. And I got in just to hopefully get in on the game, man, of costing some dollar bills, man, to hedge funds. But I do think AMC is going to go up over time. You're welcome, Dax. You're welcome, man. You guys aren't going to catch me like lying about, stupid stuff, though. I'm not going to pump something. It's not my forte, man. It's not me. Just not me. Should we buy into the pinch or sit? let me go over Pinterest real quick. I like Pinterest. You guys know I own Pinterest. I don't have the biggest of money in Pinterest. I currently have right at about I'll say right at about probably like 28,000 in the Pinterest right now. Was more before this drawback happened, right? The reason why people are selling out of Pinterest, even though Pinterest knocked it out of the park, right? Pinterest knocked it out of the park in Q1 earnings, just absolutely shredded it. Year over year growth was absolutely like phenomenal, man, from 2020 to 2021. The Q1 growth was really, really great as well. They do have a price target right now. They do get the price target lowered again. You guys are asking why it got lowered. It got lowered because we're coming out of the pandemic now, right? People are getting shots in arms. Vaccines are helping mitigate some of the spread. Things are getting back open. So some of these spots, man, like Pinterest that do obviously make money on ad revenue and stuff like that, are going to see less people coming to the site as much. People are betting on that, so that's the reason why you see these sell-offs. And you've seen Pinterest yesterday hinted at. They said they could see slower growth over this year because people are going back out now. Does that mean it's going to happen? It doesn't mean it's going to happen. They're just predicting that's going to happen. Now, maybe they're wrong, and maybe they keep getting higher acquisition, and you see this thing shoot up to the moon. Because again, Pinterest does make lots of money, man, off ad revenue. It's kind of like any other online place, right? You seen Google yesterday have huge ad revenue for their monies, right? Like a lot of money came in through ad revenue through YouTube and other places for Google. Obviously, Google shot up because Google's the main number one. It's probably gonna be number one for a while in that terms, especially in the ad space. And you kind of seen Facebook shoot up yesterday in aftermarket as well, feeding off that Google news right here. So you guys are wondering why Facebook shot up yesterday? It's because they were feeding off the Google news. Facebook makes a lot of money off of ads. And I know what you're asking is like, why did Pinterest go down? It's because Pinterest is a little bit more niche, right? Pinterest is a lot more niche than something like Facebook. Facebook has billions of users. Pinterest is a little bit more niche. They have like 500 something million, which is a lot, right? 500. You can't shake your head at 500 something million actively. I think it's 545 or so million active monthly users, but it's still nothing like Facebook and others that have that big space. And that's the reason why I say Facebook's just money printers. I know a lot of people hate on Facebook, man, but they're just literally money printers. They print money. It's ridiculous. It is really ridiculous how much money Facebook prints. I do like Pinterest though. I do like Pinterest. Again, buying right now on the dip is probably not the worst idea. I would just wait for it to kind of settle out. Because again, Pinterest's range is around $90. So selling under $30 under value, right now what is about $23 under value, 23, 24 bucks under value right now. Not a bad idea, right? But I would honestly kind of try to wait for it to level out. Looks like it's definitely getting there. Honestly, I'll probably buy a little bit more Pinterest myself. I'll be honest with you. I think people are overreacting just a tad bit there, man. They literally knocked it out of the park on their earnings, though. Knocked it out of the park on earnings. But earnings knocking out of the park doesn't always mean anything. I didn't hear the clap. You're hurting my feelings. Wait a second, what happened? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm reading charts though. You gotta remember, Richard. Give me some time today, man. My day has been literally CARAP today. Yo, Richard, thank you so much, man, for the $5.56, brother. You know I appreciate you, Richard. You know that, man. I was reading the chart and going over stuff, so I didn't have PayPal opened up. Thank you, though. It also makes you the MVP, man, which makes you the biggest donger in the chat. Did they ever do share recount on AMC? No, they don't have to do the share recount either, honestly. I kind of went over this when people were over-exaggerating. Share recounts usually don't mean they're going to usually count every exact share. You got a lot of new people in the markets that don't know what they're talking about saying that. But, it's neither here nor there. That's the reason why I don't like a lot of misinformation going around. It gets people, like, up on misinformation. A share recount usually doesn't even mean they're going to do a whole share recount. It usually means they're counting a certain section of votes. And then if that section of votes are way out of proportion, then they'll go through and count more and more shares. But usually it doesn't happen on share recounts. The law office of Frank R. Cruz announces investigation for Pinterest, PINS, on behalf of investors. Does that may be something to do with it? No, Jacob. There's law offices, man, that literally feed and prey on every stock that goes down. That way they can make money off the stock going down. Happens on every stock. They do this for a reason. Because it usually costs a lot more for these companies to pay going to court and then winning the court case than it does for them to just do a, to do an agreement out of court and just pay the out of court agreement. This happens to every stock that goes down, man. It's a shady thing that happens, but literally there's so many law offices out there that you'll see. They're very consistent. Every time you see a stock go down, you'll see at least like usually the same five or six different law offices that open up court cases that get clients coming in. That way they can make money. It's kind of just like an easy money grab for them. Now, usually, let's say 1 out of every 9 sticks, right? 1 out of every 9 or 1 out of every 10 sticks, and they get paid. But they'll open up a lot, so usually they get paid a lot of money over time. That's kind of what happens. Sundial trying to form a cup and handle. I haven't looked at Sundial. I'll look at it in a minute. Yo, Shannon, thank you so much for the $20 tip. That makes you the top donor of the day. And I appreciate you, fam. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Why did Invis drop so much when Powell didn't even say anything? Because Invis is up right now a lot. Let's bring up Invis real quick. Here's the thing about Invis, man. Invis is a swing trade stock, correct? Invis is you can see here, swing trade, swing trade upsell, swing trade upsell. Obviously right here you pumped higher than ever. But usually you get somewhere around like the $20 mark and then usually it comes back down. It's fairly consistent. Even back in the day you didn't have this biggest swings, but you just still had swings up and it's been a very consistent swing trade stock for a while. Usually it'll pump to like 20, 25 bucks. Then it'll fall down to like $10. It'll pump it back up to like 20 bucks area. Falls back down to like a $10, $11 area. Pumps back up to 19. Falls back down to the $10 area. Pumps back up. This time a bigger pump than most. But again, it was heavily shorted right down here as well. So you got a bigger pump probably out of that. Then we've seen that fall back down. I'm not saying it's not going to go back up. Usually I like to buy Invis around like $13, $14 area. And then, continue to buy it as it falls down and then pump it back up and then sell it again. That's the way I treat Invis. It's a good swing trade stock. I'm not saying eventually, I feel like Invis eventually, hopefully eventually they'll stop being a swing trade. They are. But they've definitely been a swing trade stock for the past like 3 to 5 months area. Hopefully eventually for people that are long-term into Invis though, hopefully eventually they will continue to go up without having these big swing back down. Because I do feel bad, man, for investors in microvision that are in it for the long run. Because, man, they're on a roller coaster ride. Now, maybe they like it because they can buy in low again. When it goes back down low, they're like, oh, I'm going to buy again right here. So they load up more shares over time, which is great. I've just always treated Invis as a swing trade stock myself. Kind of what it's always happened. I mean, what do you want me to update on AMC? Right now, AMC just had that pullback, man, because of this news right here. The 43 million shares getting pumped into the stock. Now you're obviously going to have hedge funds, man, kind of try to accelerate that. You know what I mean? They're going to try to feed on that fear of the 43 million shares getting pumped into the stock. You're going to see that everywhere. I guarantee it. I'll probably do a video today, and I bet you I'll probably pull up like 4 or 5 articles about dilution, and scare tactics. But honestly, man, the 43 million shares really isn't a bad thing right now because it's going to let them pay off debts. Those debts are going to let bigger people come in, aka commercial investors come in and pump the stock back up more. At least that's what I think. They're doing the 43 million shares right. They're not coming in at a lower value on the 43 million shares. They're having those 43 million shares come in at market value. It's that those shares also, some of that money is also going to go pay off debts, which right now, obviously, we all know that AMC has around like $4.5 million in debt right now, or $1 billion, not million, in debt. It's going to help out. I don't think it hurts the stock. Yo, Joe, we know you said it like 5 times. Do you see a dip coming on Doge? I need a dip for my buy limit before we go to the moon. We can definitely see some kind of dip. Right now, what I see on the screen right now myself, though, I see more consolidation between like the lower 3031 area and the upper 2029. And I'm kind of hoping that's kind of where we come to, honestly, myself. But it doesn't mean we can't pull back down, man. But hopefully we have a higher low. You know what I mean? Like maybe if we do come down to like 29 cents, this will be a higher low than the 26 cents we were at before or earlier. And hopefully we can keep building on that. Because higher lows is what you want to see. Higher lows is what you want to see at the end of the day. Now, obviously, this right here, man, was like the crazy pump. This part here was crazy pump. Well, usually when you have crazy pumps like that, you usually have some sort of pullback eventually. And we've seen that pullback, and we've seen this kind of settle out for the most part from about the 22nd on. Other than these bigger dips, we got bought right back up off those dips right here and right here on the 23rd, and the other dip was on like the 25th. But for the most part, we stuck right around 26.5 cents. In between, give or take a penny, right? 27.5, or maybe, I think the lowest we've seen off that was like 29.5, maybe. Give or take a penny, though. So hopefully what we see now is the same thing. We see a new higher low. We don't come back down to, say, the 26, 25 cents. If we do see another low, maybe it'll come back down around that 29 area. But right now, it looks like it's consolidating right around the 30 cents range to me. Once I see another trend coming into effect, I'll definitely tell you. But right now, that looks like we're having more of a consolidation phase. Our consolidation's great. Not bad, though. How's Neo doing right now? It's at 41. 41, 49. Do we get AMC shares since it's relatively low? As long as you're not buying it all at once. As long as you're not buying all at once, Ralden. That's pretty much how I pretty much say it on everything. I am not interested in Volkswagen stock. No, I'm not. Not interested at all. There's way better companies out there than Volkswagen when it comes to EV plays. Where's it at right now, though? I haven't looked in a minute. 33. I just don't see myself paying $33, man, for Volkswagen stock. Maybe if it goes under 30, 35-ish. Maybe at that point, maybe at that point I'd be more of a buyer. I don't know. I literally can't see myself doing that. I mean, Tilray's doing good today, though, guys. Tilray's up 10% today. Good to see Tilray up as well. What do we think? I'm in a buy at $24. It could definitely go back at the 24 bucks. I'm more of a buyer on, me personally, I'm more of a buyer on Enphase. Yeah, Enphase is at a great buy right now. I like buying Enphase under 150 bucks. Obviously, the lower it goes, though, the more I'll buy in. But yeah. I like buying microvision right around like 14 bucks and under myself. Not saying you can't make money over that. It's just usually has this period. And I'm just going on the last like 5-month chart where it likes to go up and then crash back down, go back up, crash back down. This time we did get a higher high, so maybe the low won't come down as low this time. I just don't know. You think people will sell a lot of Doge before SNL or the day after? I think we'll see some sales probably the day after. Maybe the day of. I'm going to go the day after, though. I think you're going to see a lot of hype for Doge leading up. Anytime you have like a lot of hype coming in, though, you're going to see some sales in everything. There's nothing you can do about that. Is Joe below a bot? I don't know at this point, man. Yo, Joe, I'm gonna have to time you out. Chill, bro. Yo, Chad, if you haven't, it'd be super nice, man. Super nice if you hit the like button below. If you're not a sub, make sure you guys hit the sub button as well. Definitely appreciate it. And also, if you guys want to join our Discord channel, love to have you guys be in Discord right here, man. Just don't want massive sell-offs for Doge. Well, if it goes up a lot, Arthur, you're going to have sell-offs no matter what. You know what I mean? If Doge was, let's say Doge goes up 15 cents or something, man, right? You see a really big uptrend, you're going to have some sort of pullback. That's just inevitable. That's inevitable. Now, I do think if they do if they do some skits on Doge though on SNL, it's definitely going to help out the price. And hopefully on those pullbacks though, you see higher lows. That's the main point that people don't really get, is that as long as we see ups and then we see the pullbacks and we see higher lows, that's a good thing. It means you're getting more and more people confident in buying into certain crypto markets. And obviously having, Doge on places like, Webull that have a bigger user base as well. And other places definitely going to help out prices. Hopefully Coinbase adds it. It'd be awesome to see Cashapp added as well, because I know a lot of people use Cashapp. It'd be awesome to see other apps that have larger bases add Dogecoin. I don't see why they wouldn't have Doge at this point. I think as long as more and more people start using it, like Newegg and others, I think you'll start seeing other places get into it. And even the popularity of Doge alone, you would think they would get into it as well, because it'd help out their user base. More and more people getting on their platform for that specific thing. Let's look at Tilray real quick. Tilray is running, man. Look at Tilray now. Look at the Tilray. We were talking about the other day, man, about Tilray being low. I think me and DJ both were talking about it. It was around like 15, 16 bucks area. Back up now though. And if you guys looking for other long-term plays, man, if you guys see like some of the MJ weed stocks pull back, might be some time to drop a little bit of money in those, because that way you can ride them back up at least, even if you're just swing trading them at that point. Because there are good stocks to buy into. Same thing with Skills or Gamble or DraftKings. When those kind of pull back, obviously more and more states are start legalizing online sports betting, online game betting and things like that. It's going to help out those prices of those companies. Started watching your stream this week, and you're great. Do you think Jordan Belfort tweet about pumping Doge at 500K followers will have an impact? Maybe, Angelo, maybe. I'll be honest. I don't know a ton about Jordan Belfort. I mean, I know of him, right? I know of him. I just don't know. I don't know the pull he has in certain things. I don't think it's something pull. I don't think it's pull like Elon's pull or something like that, right? Maybe a little bit. But would I advise buying Doge right now? If you're buying in over time, right? So if you're buying in now and then maybe you buy some more next week and maybe the next week, or maybe you're buying some now and next month you're buying in next month. That's the way I would be buying in. 100%. I wouldn't go all in at once. Jason, Volkswagens own Bentley, Porsche, Bugatti, Audi, Lamborghini, yada yada. These brands are also making EVs. I'm not saying that. Don't only need VW shares, but it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad stock, DJ. I just think there's better EV plays, man. You know what I mean? Like I'd much rather put money into Xpeng or Neo or Tesla or even Fisker at that point myself. I'm not saying it's a bad company, man. I think people putting money into those companies are going to do good. It's just, man, some of these older dinosaur companies are going to take a little while to get turned around more than people think. Like having high hopes and high expectations is one thing, but I think their expectations are a little far-fetched up there. And even so, even if they did hit by 2020 or 2030, their numbers are so far below that of like Xpeng, Neo, even Li Auto. It's below Li Auto's expectations of outputs by 2030. That, and especially Tesla, way below. I feel like I'm better putting money in those over Volkswagen. But if they come to certain limits, I'm down to buy them, right, DJ? Like I didn't own any Ford stock, correct? I didn't own Ford stock. Until Ford stock dropped to like $6-7 and I bought it. I'm not saying I won't buy it. I'm just saying at certain price points where I'm more willing to buy it. Now, if Volkswagen was to pull back to say like $28 area, I'd be more than willing to buy it than over 30. I just don't see myself buying into Volkswagen at $30+. Coinbase. Coinbase is, where's Coinbase right now? Let me bring in Coinbase real quick. Probably up to date, right? If you're a long-term investor in the Coinbase, under $300 is a great buying spot. I even think at $350, man, that you're gonna make money off Coinbase. That's especially if you're holding Coinbase for the next 5 years. Because inevitably we're gonna see more and more places buy into Bitcoin, buy into these other platforms, right? And Coinbase is gonna benefit off that. And at the end of the day, any of these stocks, right? Even Voyager stock. As crypto stock goes up, man, these places that do have stocks like Coinbase and Voyager be the two right now, those stocks are going to go up over time. Now, if we see pullbacks in the market, obviously these are going to fluctuate with it, 100%. They're definitely going to fluctuate with it, though. There's going to be a little bit more volatility up and down, but I think over time, these stocks are going to be up there. Like, I wouldn't doubt it, man, to see one day see, you know, Coinbase at $600, $700, $800. I really wouldn't doubt it. That's if you're holding long-term. 5, 10-year plays, correct? And I think under $300 is great buying spots, though. I think under $300 is great buying spots. Definitely better than it's definitely better than the over 300. If you see it pull back to like 280 again, those are definitely buy zones. Those definitely be buy zones. I guess it just depends on how, like, you know, how heavy do you trust into the crypto market at that? Yeah, I'll bring it. I want to look at SNL real quick, man. Oh my God. All right, chat. I'm sorry, man. I can look at SOS real quick. Let me look at Sundial first. Are you looking at the date? Oh, it is, yeah. You can see it. It definitely, yeah, man, it's a big cup. It's a big cup. It's a one big cup you got there, brother. I wonder if it's gonna shoot up now. That'd be nice. I'm glad to see some of the MJ stocks doing better today. How's Canopy Growth? Canopy Growth is another one I love. Even Canopy Growth's going back up. Look at the 1 hour chart on Canopy Growth. This stock's been beat down a lot, though. Not that long ago, Canopy Growth was at like $50. Canopy Growth was up a lot. I definitely think it was over. I think it was overpriced at this point, though. Honestly, this is when all the wheat stocks got pumped up. I think Canopy Growth probably comes back up. Probably more like a $35 stock area. What did the analysts say right here? 36 and 36. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. High end, almost 60. That'd be crazy, man, to see Canopy go back up to $60. I'm more comfortable buying though Canopy under 30, or I'm more comfortable buying Canopy under 30. Let me look at Mara and others. We'll look at SOS real quick. We got SOS right now. SOS is charging back up. That's good. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, some of these stocks, man, you get them down to like $3 or $4, and they're the ones who, you know, rely on, you know, crypto markets doing great. And then the crypto market starts doing good, you're going to see some upticks on those plays as well. Ebon's one of the ones who mines Doge as well. So a lot of times when Doge is pumping pretty good, usually you'll see Ebon go up. Sometimes though, Ebon is kind of like a late bloomer where you see it kind of tumble around like $4 area for a bit, and then all of a sudden it'll shoot back up to like $10, $15 out of nowhere. It's the reason why Ebon's one of those swing trade plays I like a lot. Yeah, Mara's up a lot, man. Mara on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Yeah, Mara is up good, though. Mara up good. Good to see Mara up. I'm looking at charts right now, by the way, guys. So if you guys are saying much, I can't really see it right this second. I can ask, man, if you guys haven't hit the like button, it'd be super nice. Definitely helps out a lot. Let me see. Let me bring up Riot real quick. Let's start a riot. Yeah, they're both up a lot. Yeah, a lot of these stocks, man, that rely on, you know, cryptocurrencies being up, definitely springing today. Springing up today, good. looks like blockchain stocks doing great. Mining stocks doing good. Looks like a lot of the weed plays are looking well. Look at MJ. Even MJ right here, man, just had that down period yesterday and then up right back up today. You guys wondering what MJ is? MJ is one of the ETFs, man, I have for the marijuana plays. YOLO's another one that's people. I don't have any YOLO, but MJ and YOLO are probably one of the better two that I like. I do have MJ though. How's Aurora doing today? Good old Aurora. Even Aurora's up. Yeah, I bought in Aurora back here when Aurora dropped down in that 7. It's probably higher. I can't remember. I think it was around $7 when I bought it in at again. Because I sold Aurora a while back. You guys remember I sold Aurora to buy other plays. But I bought back in on a low because I figured why not? Good, yeah, man. A lot of these stocks have been held down. Figure at the end of the day, Aurora probably will come back up to say like 10, around like $10 or so again. But I did buy some of the MJ dips. Even if for swing trades, I bought some of them for swing trades. Aurora being another one of those swing trades. How's XP doing today? Pretty flat day. I mean, I guess they're up. They're up about $32 again. They had such a down day yesterday, though. Really good buy spots though for XP right now. I'll be a fat W, man. You can get a big fat W on XP and just back up to $50. Be great. Lee's, man. If Lee drops back below $20, I'll buy some more Lee Auto again. I bought over here when it went below 19. I'll buy some more. I'd like to get my buy-in price on Lee Auto below the $20 mark. Would like to get it in at that point because again, Lee Auto is like a $35 stock, so it does drop below the $20. I'll definitely probably buy some more. Try to get it below there. Currently, right now, my average for Lee Auto is right under 21. Right under 21. I think it's like 2093 or 2094 area. I'll see. I do. CLI's doing great. Nice. Dang, just pumping over here, bro. Pumping. Good old Doge. I honestly think we're consolidating around 30 cents, man. I know people said we're going to drop right now, but we haven't dropped yet. And people have been talking about us dropping back down to 25 cents since we started this downturn this morning. I've seen it all over the forums. Dropping back down right now, the next hour. I don't know. I think people just see drops and they start trying to call out whatever they can call out. So far, it definitely looks like we're more staying put, though. You know what's really weird? That Blink charging is up so much. Do you have any good news? I did news. Nothing there. It's really how Blink though, like, is higher than ChargePoint. I do own a little bit of Blink, not as much. It's a big 5-minute candlestick. ChargePoint going up too, or no? Okay, so I guess they're all going up. Got it. They're all doing the same thing. Charge plays, man. The charge plays. Even SNPR just shot up. I guess they mentioned charging again. They mentioned the charging. They're like, wee. Oh, Canoe's up. Good old Canoe, man. All right, I'm gonna read chat again. They're looking through stuff. Oh god, I'm gonna have to ban this guy. Come on. I invested $40 in a Doge. Should I buy more? Over time, yes, LBC. I don't know when you invested your $40, right? I think over time, man, building a portfolio in certain coins or certain shares is a good thing. It's better than your guys. Okay, look, do you want your money to grow somewhere, or do you want your money to just waste away in a savings account? right? If your money's sitting in a if all your money's sitting in a savings account, man, you're wasting your money away. Wasting it away, man. Keying it into the wind. At least put it somewhere you're going to get at least, you know, 5 to 10% gains a year. At least it's making something there. Not just getting canceled out by certain things. Spotify's down a lot. Would you recommend a buy? What was Spotify's earnings today? What was Spotify's earnings today? I didn't really see that. I do know that earnings this morning. Let me look real quick on Spotify. Maybe they mentioned less people streaming right now because the pandemic kind of going down. Maybe that's what it was. They dropped a lot though. Jesus, it went down like a rocket. Let's see. Spotify CEO says it has secured funds to buy Arsenal from owner. Okay. That's a good thing as well. Earnings insights. Spotify technology quarterly loss per share was EUR of 25 cents. So they Spotify EPS though beats by 18.18 euros. Revenue in line. Okay, let's go to. I'm gonna look at Bazinga's insights real quick. If they got any more information here. Put it over here and I'll look at it. A lot of times though, man, when these companies go down, it's definitely good times to buy in. A lot of times you have this overreaction in the market where people buy up a lot and then they sell off going into. So earnings per share were down. I mean, earnings per share was down though 36.36% year over year. So that definitely beat the estimate of 48. I'm guessing that 30 was euros, correct? Yeah. Revenue of 2.58 billion. Well, the revenue was up though 27.04%, which beat the estimate of 2.58. Not a big beat there, right? Not a big beat. But they beat it by $9 million, so it's not like a huge beat. Sometimes, man, you got to knock. Some of these companies got to knock it out of the park to not see a downward crease in their stock. It's just kind of crazy. It's just the market we're in. Do you know anything about Harmony? You're talking about the token? This is Webull's. Yeah. So this is Webull right here. Yeah. They have a phone app as well. It's pretty much about the same. Dogefather coin just launched. K exponential, dude. Oh Lord. I'm done, man. The Dogecoin did launch a long time ago. You're right. You are right. Yo, if you guys are looking to, yeah, I'll look at it in a second, Hunter. Yeah, I'll look at it. If you guys are looking to use what I'm using right here, there's a link right there. I put it in the chat for Webull, though. You sign up, put the $100 in as well, or transfer $100 in. You can buy Doge or whatever on there as well. Get 2 free stocks. How do you sell your Doge? My mistake. What do you mean? How do you sell? You would put a sell order in. Or do you mean you sold it by mistake? You put a stop loss in or something? Is that what you done? I mean, you say don't sell, but it's inevitably people are going to sell, man, right? Some people want to swing trade or day trade. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to be long-term hodlers. You have different people, man. You have people that are in the long-term hodlers. You have people that are traders, and you have people that are really don't know what they're doing really, right? They just see it kind of hyped up and they're buying in, kind of following the crowd. You have those three type of people who invest. Now, hopefully, the people that don't really know what they're doing, right? They invest and then they continue to invest in stuff, and they kind of learn. They become long-time hodlers, or they even become traders. Whatever, it doesn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, man, they all help out the environment. They always help out at the end of the day. Me and people hate on traders a lot, but they actually do help out stocks and cryptos a ton. Volumes and everything get helped out by people that are trading back and forth a lot. Whether you want to admit it or not, they do help out. Let's see. Let me see here. Also, if you guys haven't hit the like button, definitely helps out a lot. Founder CEO Harmony has a PhD at the University of Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, I've looked at Harmony one before. I have looked at Harmony one before. I thought I did, but I wasn't for sure. I wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure because they started back in like 2019. I had a couple people ask about it. I mean, if you're looking to invest right now, obviously a lot of tokens are up, which is a good thing. That's the reason why you want to invest over time. Like right now, it is down 4% on the day, down to like what 13 cents. If you're looking to invest into some of these tokens that are coming down a little bit here and there, make sure you guys are investing. Don't invest all in one. You know what I mean? Don't invest all at one time. I'm sure, honestly, on a lot of tokens that are good tokens that are up there, I have a lot of people buying into them. Like this coin is ranked 83 in the market cap rankings. So that means there's a lot of people buying it and selling it. You'll probably do pretty good there. And it's when it's been out for a little while. It's not like it's just came out like last week or just came out, so you don't have to worry about it as much. Just make sure you're, buying it over time and not, pulling a stupid, correct? And then going down like with a chicken with your head cut off. Is Litecoin ADA? Yeah, I like Litecoin and ADA a lot. I like Litecoin and ADA a lot. This guy just keeps making new accounts. Oh my god. I banned him like 3 times, man. He just keeps coming back, spamming the same thing. Yo, I hope everybody's having a great day today, though. My day has not been the best day, but we're going to make it good. We'll make it good, man. So if I seem kind of like a little bit agitated here and there, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I am fine. I'm a lot better than I was earlier, so I'll take it. GM partners up to offer about 60,000 EV charging stations across the United States. Oh, that's why Blink charging. Oh, nice. ChargePoint as well. Nice. So GM partnered up with ChargePoint, Blink, and EV Connect for 60,000 charging stations. So that's good. That'd be good. Let's see here. The automaker introduced Ultimate Charge 360, yada yada. GM's longer range target also includes halting sales of light duty gasoline and diesel powered vehicles by 2035. That's pretty good though. Again, GM is ahead of the game though in terms of the dinosaur market, right? They bought Cruise, which Cruise is almost as big as GM in general. And eventually, I think Cruise could take over pretty much. Have a bigger market cap size than even GM in terms of like Chevy and places like that. That's good though for Blink, ChargePoint, and EV Connect. So they're all going to be getting 20,000 charging stations a piece in terms of getting money to put in more charging stations for GM. You see Ethereum coming back to 2K, or is it off to the races? I mean, right now it looks like it's off to the races, Don. I'm not saying you won't see another pullback of some sorts, but every time, man, in between CPI data, we see this pullback, and then going up to CPI data about a week or so before, we see it start going back up again. I'm not saying after new CPI data, maybe like a week or so like that, we could see another pullback a little bit. Definitely could happen if you're going by the last like 4-month charts. It's happened every month that way. But it doesn't mean it can't break that status, right? And then we just keep going up. Sad, I only bought $100. Dang, Lucas, that stinks. It's hindsight 2020, Lucas. Just hindsight 2020, man. There's nothing you can do about it. Good old hindsight 2020, man. What's the ceiling on Ethereum? I have no idea. I think eventually we'll probably see Ethereum at 10K though. You know, over especially between now and the next decade. You know, 5-10 year area. I definitely think Ethereum's eventually going to hit $10,000. That's just what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong at the end of the day too. I'm not a expert. That's just what I think is going to happen. I think Litecoin eventually see Litecoin over $1,000 a coin. I think you'll see lots of coins, man. Especially the more popular coins, the coins that have bigger groups behind them pushing them as well, and are more widely known and accepted. I think you'll see those start to skyrocket, and I think you'll see others come up, man, and have really good. No, Jason, you're wrong. I mean, it could happen too, Kevin. 20K, man. You got me, man. I like to look at more in the next 5-year time periods usually. But always, guys, always cost average in. So dollar cost average in over time. Litecoin legit? Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody would say Litecoin's not legit. I don't think. I mean, somebody in the chat might think that. I don't know. I don't think anybody in the chat thinks Litecoin's not legit or a bad coin, man. Anybody that's done research anyway, it knows about it. I like Litecoin a lot. But honestly, like in terms of like money wise, I have more Litecoin than any. Take profit, spread it around, everything, my guy. I mean, you said, I mean, it's definitely a thing that I would obviously recommend it. If you guys are up on life-changing money, man. If you guys are up on life-changing money, just honestly, think about at least taking some of your original profits back out, or at least taking maybe a little bit of profits here and there, or at least your original investment. The way I look at it, but you might look at it different. What's my deal with like AMC and stuff right now? I think AMC right now is kind of getting a little bit of fear off this news, and it's probably getting even a little bit more down because of hedges as well, correct? But them issuing the 43 million shares coming up, they've already registered them, so eventually it's going to happen. That's going to scare people. I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal, but you're at people that are new to the trading, right? They're going to be scared because they hear dilution. They get scared a little bit. I think long run though is going to be really, really good for AMC. Them paying off debt is not a bad thing. And anybody that thinks that is silly. Silly. Skills is a great buy though. Skills. Anybody in that zone, Skills. What's the other one? DraftKings, Gamble. Places like that are going to be great buys for, especially if you're holding for the next 5 years. The same thing with MJ, weed stocks, right? Those stocks are going to go up over time as well. More and more states are going to legalize it. That's going to make sales go up for these companies. Obviously, it's going to boost the price up. Same thing with places like Skills. I'm more of a buyer on Skills below 20. The closer this thing gets to $15, even better buy though. It is about a $30, $35 stock, so it's definitely trading way below value. I haven't looked at Open Door today, but Open Door is way down, but now it's back up, which is great. We were talking about Open Door. Open Door is another one, man, is about a $35, $40 stock. That was trading around like $15, $16 area, which is, again, really, really good buys for Open Door. And Doge is holding steady, man. Which is good. Oh, if you guys are worried about Doge, man, Doge holding steady right now around 30, 31 cent area. Give or take a penny up and down. That's good. That means we're having really good stability up here now, and not down here. That means we're having higher lows. So if you guys are worried about like Doge coming down and staying down a little bit right now, don't worry about that. It's great. And again, if you go back 2 weeks, man, look at Doge 2 weeks ago when Doge was down to like 6 cents. And when in doubt, man, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. I think the closer we get to CPI data, I think we're going to see more and more pushes though in Doge as well. Just like I do, I think, with almost every token or every coin, every crypto. Think of buying Uber stock as a long-term play. Could be good. It could be good, yeah, especially for like a recovery play. It'd definitely be good. Uber, Airbnb. Does this guy make... How many accounts does this guy make, dude? Ew. Mara's a swing trade stock, Jackson. We went over Mara a minute ago. I'll look at it again real quick. I still think Mara's probably at a pretty decent buys though right now. Because if you take a look back here when it was pumping a lot. Let's go back to the last month, right? It was up to 58 bucks. So you're still $20 below that, right? You're still down in here. You're not down at $27 anymore. But anytime like places like Mara, Riot, Ebon, even SOS and others, when these things plummet back down due to crypto prices coming down, that's the time you probably want to buy them because you're going to swing them back up. Now, these are swing trade stocks. That's the way I would look at Mara and Riot and others. Good swing trades. It is up quite a bit today. I'll give you that much. Up 10%. So obviously the higher it goes, man, the more risk you're taking. But you're still $20 below the high it's had. So it's definitely not at the riskiest part there. It's not like it's touching new highs. The same thing with Riot, man. Riot's still way below. You know, Ebon's way below theirs as well. Even SOS is still below. That's kind of the way I'd probably look at those, though. Also, if you guys are wondering where I buy and just hold my cryptos, man, to get interest, I use Voyager right here, man. You sign up if you transfer $100 in, or if you you know, whatever. It's pretty much just trading $100 on the platform. So as long as you like transfer over or whatever, you trade that $100. You can get $25 worth of free Bitcoin as well. Free money, man. Free money. What do you think? Doge will hit 50 cents. We could honestly see Doge pump up off SNL skits. If they do a lot of SNL stuff, we could definitely see Doge pump up. I just don't know how high. Correct. The SNL Elon Doge, man. It could definitely happen. I would like to see it hit 50 cents and kind of stay there for a bit. And then obviously my goals right now for Doge is 50 cents and 75 and then $1. Yeah, you do get your 2% interest on Doge as well on Voyager, which is great. But if you're looking to like short-term trade Doge, obviously what I'm using right now, which is webull, is a better choice for that. But if you're hodling coins, man, for a longer term, then obviously something like Voyager would be better. But I like using both because I can do like swing stuff over here more, and then I can for cryptos wise, and I can do all my other stuff as hodling over on Voyager. Because I've swing traded Litecoin the last few days. As well, I swing traded some other cryptos as well over the past week. Ethereum being one of those. But my bigger holdings though of Ethereum and Bitcoin and others are on in Litecoin or on Voyager because you earn those interest. Currently, right now, AMC is down 6.59%. I'm telling you, man, like they're out there scared people this morning. As soon as that news broke, man, we just went straight down. I kind of figured that was going to happen, and then on top of that, I mean, you got the hedges that just kind of dogpile on top. Doesn't help at all. It'll eventually calm down and move back up, but I like to see where it's going to low out at first. It looks like we definitely calmed down, just haven't stopped yet. Down. GME got back up to pretty much even with yesterday's low. Down a tad bit, but it keeps jumping back and forth. Hopefully we can end the rest of this day, because we do have 30 minutes in the market, so hopefully the rest of this day we can come back up. Be very nice. Mara on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Mvis, man. Mvis. Does Mvis come back down or no? Let's see here. It's definitely coming back down or now. If you're going to buy the Invis, I would wait until we see where it's going to come down to. It could come back down to $19 again. If it breaks through that, we're going to go further down. So if it does break that $19 mark, or like 1919 area, 1920, if it breaks through there, then I'd probably wait a little bit longer, I'd watch it. Because you gotta remember, mvis is a good swing trade stock. A lot of people swing trade mvis. It's on a lot of people's swing trade list. What do you suggest for short 10 to 20% crypto wise? For like swing trades, like wise right now, I mean, you know, Doge definitely has a potential to swing up pretty soon because of the SNL skits. I think pretty much every bigger crypto is going to, like your Ethereum, Litecoin, you know, Bitcoin, probably even, you know, DOT, which is Polkadot, probably even ADA, probably get a good swing as well, coming up off those CPI datas in a couple weeks. Stuff like that could definitely probably do some good swings on if you're looking to do those. I guess that's what you're asking, because you're saying short 10 to 20% crypto wise if you're going in short. Now again, if you're going in short, I would recommend something like Webull, but it's okay. I'd still open up the Voyager account and get that $25 worth of free Bitcoin at the end of the day as well. And right there's what I'm using right there. That Voyager, which is right there, is Webull. That link. Thinking about putting a whole bag in Doge. I don't think I'd go all at once, Millen. You guys know me. I'm going to caution against going all in at once. This guy makes so many accounts. YouTube should give you like a way to like IP ban somebody from your stream. That'd be great. You send the Voyager link so I can get the bonus right here. Yeah. Let me get it for you, man. There's a code right there as well. It's right there on it. It's 5E93B3. In my opinion, an account on all platforms just for the free stocks. Hey, I do that as well, Kevin. Don't worry. I love money churning, man. So you know me. I love the money churn. Free monies, man. No matter what. Saturday Night Live Doge. Yes, we do have Saturday Night Live Doge coming up on May 8th. May 8th. So about a week. What, about a week and like 3 or 4 days? About a week and 3 days? Something like that. And I know a lot of you guys ask about BTT. You can also buy BTT on there as well. I do not have any STMX. I do not. Unfortunately, I do not, man. Right now, currently, like the coins I have are Litecoin, Bitcoin, obviously, a little bit of Ethereum as well. I just now added some more of that. BTT, Dogecoin, DOT, which is Polkadot, and I do have some USDC because you earn like 9.5% interest over on the Voyager app. So, kind of doing it there, yeah. Bro, you sound like Seth Rollin. I mean, I'll take it. I like Seth Rollin. I will take it. I don't know, but I mean, maybe. Push Day just got on. AMC just going through a blip. Mike, it's the reason why AMC's down now. Obviously, one, you're having some hedge fund attacks today because of the news that came out, which is right here. They're going to be putting those. You remember that? You remember the video I made? I don't know, probably about a month and a half ago. I guess it was about a month ago. I think it was mid. It was like mid to late March. The video I said they're going to probably release the 43 million shares. And then they also talked about it on the interview on Trades as well. And then I said it again, and people got really mad about it. You know, obviously they're going to release those. So right now you have some people kind of like getting fearful of that because they think it's going to dilute the share market a little bit. But what I don't think they understand is that they're offering these shares at one market value. Two, the money is going to go to paying off debt, which is way above, man, any kind of share dilution right now in terms of like getting bigger investors to buy into AMC. Those are all great things. But the newer investors, it's you know, they've been fed a lot of like, you know, not so good things over here lately. So I can see some fear. And then obviously you're probably gonna have lots of articles, man, about like share dilutions and a lot of FUD, right? You have a lot of FUD in the market for sure on AMC. Again, I'm long-term AMC, so it doesn't matter to me, the short-term FUD. You guys know me. I'm long-term on it anyway, so short-term doesn't really bother me much, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's the bigger reason why it's down today, though. Where do you buy your Doge? What do you mean? I buy in different areas. Literally different areas. So if I'm going to be holding Doge for the short term, I buy it like short. What I mean by short term is like for like 3 or so months, right? I buy it on here on webull, which is what I'm on right now. Yes, Kevin, because you gotta remember, man, that like crypto is a little bit different than say like stocks. So usually either a platform has a bigger bid ask spreads, and it kind of makes up like 2%, correct? Or they just do a 2% right across the form. Yeah, CS just got a CS right here. I'll bring it up. I mean, yeah, CS ChargePoint just got a deal with GM. ChargePoint just got a deal with GM. That's the reason why you're probably seeing this run more. For 20,000 charging stations. So ChargePoint just got a deal with GM for 20,000 of charging stations, which is good for ChargePoint, 100%. Even Blink too, and I think it was like, what is it, MyConnect? I can't remember the other one right off the top of my head. That's the reason why you're seeing that, kind of go up and down a lot right now. There's a wee bit of hype there. Just a wee bit. My opinion on Ripple, if Ripple continues to win their court cases, I think Ripple's going to break back out and get above the 330 they were at back in like 2017 area. How can SNL influence Doge? Because Doge is like one of those coins that's very, very influenced on news or hype, right? Very, very influenced by it. Kind of like you've seen today with Elon tweeting out the SNL Father Doge tweet. Very, very influenced by those things. That's how I would do that. AMC cannot merger, guys. So if you're asking about AMC merger, they can't happen right now. Can't happen. Can't. That can't happen until later 2022 if it was to happen. So you're like at least a year out. The first day that they even do it is like around like October of 2022 for a merger. Yeah, it's good news for ChargePoint though, for sure. I mean, good news for all of us been buying in lots of ChargePoint. I'm down with it, man. I'm down. I'm up a lot on ChargePoint right now. Up a lot. Dude, mvis has been pumping up and down, dude. People right now that are swing trading mvis are probably making a lot of money. They pumped all the way back down to 19 and back up to 25. Looks like it's going to start going back up again. We'll see if it happens, but it might. Cole, I mean, I have no idea why Coinbase isn't on. Dogecoin isn't on Coinbase. I have no idea. I have no idea. Hopefully it gets on there though. We're talking about this. I'm hoping that places like Cashapp eventually add Doge as well. A lot of people use Cashapp. That'd be great. Cashapp has said they're going to add more stuff. Again, I wouldn't really buy on there, man, but new people will, right? That are just getting into the market. I think the more places that are accessible and accessible to people, the better, man, for coins, stocks, people just investing in general. Now, I wouldn't really invest on those sites, but again, it gives people chances to invest that normally wouldn't. Where the heck can you buy? Can you buy Doge? Right here, man. Again, if you sign up at webull right there, you're $100 and you get your 2 free stocks as well right now. New to the channel. Do you only trade cryptos? No, I trade everything. Here's the reason why there's stocks on the board as well. Right now, the markets I'm in is real estate market, the crypto market, and the stock market, right? I like everything. I guess I just like money market, right? The money markets in general. I like to spread my stuff out. I don't like to go all in one area in the market. That way I kind of hedge myself between, like, if one market goes down some, The other markets usually holding that up. I guess if they all go down, they all go down, doesn't matter. They'll all come back up. But usually they all don't go down together. You can, DJ, but again, I'd much rather buy it on Webull than I would Robinhood. Why do you personally like BTT? Because BTT has a lot of good uses, and also a lot of people have used. Obviously, I even grew up using BitTorrent as well. Now, I wouldn't go all in like a madman on it. You know what I mean? It is a decentralized token as well. Me personally, I wouldn't put your last savings, right? But I'm not that big of a gambler either. I'm not like a crazy gambler on it. But I figured, hey man, if I put some money in there and see what happens, hey, a couple $100. I definitely think it's going to hit at least a few cents, maybe even more, right? Yo, Key, man, whether you want to admit it or not, man, the people that are scalping or the people that are at least day trading Doge is helping it out at the end of the day. It helps out volumes. It helps it go up. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. It is very frustrating if you're a long hauler. Again, I'm more of a long hauler myself. Right now, people aren't scalping that much, though. There's not a lot of movement since earlier. People would have scalped over here, right, on this way up. Most scalpers wouldn't be scalping right now with the small movements we're having. I kind of doubt that's happened a lot since at least in the last like 3 or 4 hours. Most people that scalped would have been scalping in between this area, these bigger pull-ups. And even if they are, you know, scalping lots of money into it, man, to see like, you know, a half a penny gain at a time, they still help. They still help at they still help out Doge and others going up and having more volume anyway. You guys aren't going to get rid of scalpers, no matter what. Carlos, because again, Robinhood has a very, very bad past in terms of just shutting down certain equities, and they kind of blame it on liquidity issues. It's happened a lot over the past like 2 to 3 years. Just look into it. Again, you can use Robinhood all you want. I honestly think you should open up at least a couple different accounts, though. I think you should at least open up a couple different accounts. I wouldn't go all in. The idea is why Webull says there aren't any available options for CTXR. Some places don't have options, though. Some places don't have options at all. Not every stock has options. It might be one of those. I'm gonna guess it's one of those, though. I haven't looked into it, but why does Voyager have a bid price and ask price? What's the difference? Sorry. Because you have a bid ask spread, correct, Eric? Some places charge you like a 2% fee, and others do a bid ask spread, and that's kind of how they make their money, right? Some places do bid ask. Usually it goes about the same. Again, it's the reason why I said if you're a long-term person, Voyager's amazing for long-term stuff, because you're gonna make way more than the bid ask spread at the end of the day, way more. Because you usually make, like, it depends on what you're doing. Like Doge, for example, is like 2%. APRs. Let's see. Webull can't buy smaller than mid 100. Are you talking about like 100 Dogecoin? Yeah, that's like how much money though? Like so, it's like what, like $5? Why would you even buy less than like 100 Doge though? It's like $10, right? Something like that. I don't know how much it even is. I know usually when I'm buying on webull, I'm buying in bigger amounts anyway, so I have no idea on that end. Easiest app for investing in stocks and bonds, man. Good old. Personally, I don't like Acorn a lot, but yo, rip Dylan. You can use webull then. That's one bad thing though, right? So if you're using, because they use Plaid, and Plaid doesn't have every bank. Usually you can get a hold of customer service and they'll get it added, but you have to go through the trouble of contacting customer service and go all through that shindig. That right there could be annoying. Very annoying. Ding, dude, get out of here, Speedy. Oh, man. Yo, if you guys are new to the channel, if you haven't smacked the like down below, it'd be super nice. If you guys haven't hit the sub button, think about hitting the sub button as well. Appreciate everybody being here, man. Hanging out, chilling, relaxing. By the pool, dude. By the pool. I gotta do a pool stream. I don't even have a pool, but we'll do one. What's today's aftermarket earnings today? Let's see. Can't remember off the top of my head. There we go. Here we go. I mean, charge one's going up good today, though. 100%. So, aftermarket today, we have Apple, Facebook, Qualcomm, Ford Motor Company. That'd be another one to look out for. Logitech, Teladoc, eBay, MGM Resorts. There's a lot coming in. This week is just packed. This week is packed, chat, full of earnings. And tomorrow we still have Caterpillar, McDonald's, Merrick, Sandstorm, Overstock, MasterCard, Domino's, Pre-Market. Aftermarket, we got good old Neo, man, our boy Neo. Twitter, Amazon, Gilead, Skyworks, Western Digital, and Dexcom. Also Vertex. Vertex might be another one to watch. Nice! So much earnings, man. So little time, chat. So much earnings, so little time. Good old E-Trade. Oh, Lord, dude. You remember those old E-Trade commercials with the baby? Good spot to buy limit at with Doge right now. I'm curious if you feel it'll head. I mean, it could head back under 30 bucks. Right now, Doge is definitely just bouncing between 30 and 31 cents, though. It's pretty much, since it's downturn here, it pretty much just consolidated since then. So since about around 11 o'clock, the past, what is that, like 4 hours pretty much, we pretty much just consolidated around with Doge, which is a good thing. It's definitely not bad. Having good consolidation is definitely not a bad thing. AMC Moon, baby. Leroy, I'm with you, man. Believe me. I'm with you, bro. Yeah, I guess you can put it somewhere around in there, yeah. Jason, do you like KFC or Doge? I mean, I have Doge, so I do like Doge. I do like Doge. Yo, thank you so much, Victoria. I appreciate that. That is super nice. Imagine coding a program that buys and sells at the little dips and climbs. The problem is with that, Cole, man, a lot of those lose lots of money though. What's up? Just tuned in. Are you long-term invis? I'm not long-term invis, Julio. I mean, right now I'm not. Not until the stock shows that it's going to perform in a more upper trajectory without having lots of ups and downs. And what I mean by that is, I've been swing trading invis for a long time. Ever since back here, I'll show you the first time I've swung trade invis right here. Swung trade invis back here. You could have swung it back here as well, right? I didn't really get into invis though until somewhere around early December. I bought in, I swung invis up, We sold off. I bought back in on a low, around like $4 or $5. Swung it back up to like $22. Sold it. Swung it back down. Bought it again around $10. Swung it back up and sold around $18 or $19. Can't really remember exactly. Somewhere around in there. And then we swung it back down. Bought again. Sold at top again. Bought that back in this low, and I sold at the top up here. Then so at the very tip top, I sold it like 27 something. Now, if this comes back down again to a buy zone, I'll buy it again. Usually my buy zone's around below 15 bucks. It might not happen, right? Might not happen. Who knows? Who knows, man? But mvis has been on my swing trade stock list for a while. Now, when mvis starts to show that it's going to be more more up instead of coming down a ton, then I'll be more willing to buy into it long term. But I have other plays I'm more long term for right now in that mvis hasn't been in my long term playbook right now. I talk about mvis a lot, man, when it comes to swing trades. It could be right up there, man, with those medical plays. Pinterest is down, man, even off those good earnings too. But again, they did warn of slowing over the next couple quarters because of obviously things opening back up. Less people on their, less people on Pinterest. But Pinterest is a big place. People don't think about Pinterest a lot, man, but they do have 545 million monthly users. That's a lot. They make tons of money, man, off ad revenue. Well done for asking, but what's the difference between a limit order and a stop limit order? Hopefully, someone in chat can help me, man. Not trying to annoy. No, you're good, Victoria. I'm trying to think of like the best way to explain it without confusing you. Without the confusingness. There might be better ways of... I guess it'd be the best way to explain it now. So like this would probably be the best way to explain it. A stop order is triggered obviously on specific prices and will be filled at the prevailing price in the market. Then you obviously have your limit orders, which will only be filled in a specific limit price or better. That makes sense. Probably the best way of explaining it, honestly, is that way. Reading it straight instead of like making it a little more complicated for you. Do you think Elon smells like musk? I doubt it, unless he likes to wear some musk spray. Yeah, let me know what you... Yeah, there's another way of explaining right there what Military said. I was trying to think about the best way to explain it myself, honestly. I don't want to confuse somebody that's new. Why is Mara doing so well? Because Bitcoin and others have been up, right? And again, you gotta remember though, Mara and them has been held down a lot too by shorts and other things. So once they start popping back up, you're gonna see it come back up. You also gotta remember that Mara was at 58 bucks. The same thing with like Riot as well. Riot was way up there, it got held way down again. There's the other ones that I expect to see start popping soon as well, like Ebon and others. Now this one got held all the way down to the $32 mark. Got held down a lot. So it's up a ton, Riot was all the way down to 32. Mara is the same way. Mara's up like 10 bucks as well. 10, 11, $12 areas as well. So this is the reason why a lot of people are talking about swing trading Mara and Riot and others. Because when it goes down low, a lot of times it'll come right back up. They're very affected by the crypto markets. Very, very affected by crypto markets. Do I have a fans only account? No, I do not. I don't. Yo, Million, I get it, dude. No, I got it, bro. I get it. I get what you're saying, but... am I going to watch the SNL? Yeah, I'll watch the SNL on May 8th, yeah. I watch SNL every once in a while anyway, when certain people's on there. I'm definitely willing to see how he does, man. Yeah, the charging stuff's up all across the board, yes, for the most part. Obviously, some more than others, because some of them got caught up in the GM stuff. We do got 1 minute left in the market, though, before aftermarket starts. 1 minute? Yo, shout out to anybody, man, who donated today as well. I do appreciate anybody who does those things. It means a lot. It means a lot. Helps me support my fam and helps the stream continue on and all the good stuff. I mean, eventually it will. Is this your primary source of income, day trading? No. No. It does make up, you know, a good portion, right? Yeah, and I never have all my hands in one basket, correct? Just not doing it. You know the city in Italy, Milan, that team AC Milan. That's how you say, oh. So I'm gonna call you Milan. Got it. Got it. What is the difference between a margin account and a cash account on webull? Well, margin you're pretty much buying on loan, right? It's kind of like they give you a loan to buy on. I really don't recommend a margin unless you're having that money transferred in. They're giving you margin at that point. But sometimes, obviously, after you make your first initial, you know, put in on the transfer, like an ACH transfer, they'll give you margin after that. Now, if you do have that money coming in, at that point, you know, it's not that big a deal because you're gonna have that money kind of taken over that margin within the next like 4 or 5 days. But definitely make sure your risk management's there. Don't go all in on margin. No, margin will end up RIPing you. And if you get down on margin, they can liquidate. Yo, peace out, barbershop. Peace out, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, if you guys wonder what I'm using, I am using the webull right there, man, in the chat. Again, if you read it right there, the $100. Boom. What is the best YouTube stock analysis in your opinion? Yeah, yo, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Leroy. I appreciate it. Post for today. Now, crypto going to go up. Let's go. I mean, it happens a lot. I mean, a lot of people go from the stock market to the evenings. They go over to the cryptos. I do the same thing. I like doing more crypto stuff in the evening. I like doing more crypto stuff on the weekends. Kind of fills that void of the market because I just like the market in general, whether it's the stock market, real estate market. Real estate market right now is crazy pumped though. It's kind of hard, man, to get super excited about real estate unless you own a lot of real estate. There's a buying real estate right now, man. Woo, woo, crazy. Crazy indeed. Where's Ethereum at right now? Yeah, Ethereum's, man, like a bottle rocket. I can honestly see Ethereum, man, pumping up to like 35, maybe even 4K on the next CPI data. I can see it. I can see it. Crypto's up overall though, which is good, and that's the reason why you're seeing, you know, Riot and Mara shoot up like a little rocket today, like 10-15% at a time. But they both also been held down quite a bit. I'm here to make smiles and have fun, so I'm gonna tell some jokes. Got you, brother. It does though, man. It does, DJ. It's been that way for the last couple of years at least that I've been in the crypto market. Crypto just loves it. I don't know. I guess you have more people going in and buying in crypto after the market closes. Because a lot of people don't really mess with the markets in the aftermarket or pre-market unless earnings are coming out. And again, we do have earnings coming out, correct? Today we have which one was that coming out today in earnings wise? Apple. We'll pull that up. We'll pull it up, man, on the channel as well. We got Apple, Facebook, Qualcomm. Go over here. Let's make a new tab. New tab, man. New tab. Let's open up CNBC. Qualcomm, man. Qualcomm beat, chat.
Expect for the week, but basically flat each day. So really just kind of biding its time. You have a status quo Fed basically told you, we are...
Beating over here, baby. Let's see. Let's pay watch, yada yada.
One at the low end to 7.9 at the high end, 7.5 billion at the midpoint, significantly stronger.
I'll pull this up. I'm gonna have to fixate it though.
Qualcomm just moments ago about the quarter and about the guide. First on the guide, the chip business is
what is it anyway? I can't remember.
That's why the guide is so strong.
Number 4?
The licensing business strong as well. There's a stronger mix in the chip business, and that speaks to, I guess, some of this allocation of chips going toward the high end, toward higher end phones that might bode well for Apple coming in just a few minutes. Also, I heard from the executives that China was particularly strong as well, though there is some variance across regions in performance when we're looking at smartphones in the consumer market, depending on what's happening with COVID. So that is a little difficult to predict. But that
don't say the word.
Prevent Qualcomm.
Yeah, Qualcomm beat though. That's a pretty decent beat.
So
pretty decent, not crazy, man, but
in the market
still a beat.
Some variance in demand and some uncertainty in chip supply. These very strong results from Qualcomm.
We'll see Apple's too.
Steve Mollenkamp's last.
Was I looking more forward to today? Are Apple, Facebook,
CEO, he said he was really happy
Ford
to have a quarter like this.
I wonder what eBay done as well.
I expect to have Cristiano Alon, the incoming CEO, on.
I don't wonder what they done as well, man.
John, thanks so much for that.
Cause Dogecoin to drop tonight. I guess it could a little bit, Mark, but again, that's going to be kind of like a short-term noise, right? Short-term noise, man.
Facebook's moved up by 0.4%, even though the numbers haven't come out yet. Shannon, your take on Qualcomm up 6%.
Because the thing about that is, well, I'll pull it back up when they bring back up Apple and others. I'm definitely, because that's the ones I own. I don't own any Qualcomm stock, honestly. Hopefully it go up a lot, bro. But I'm not really sure, because if they get asked about chipsets, you know what happens when they talk about chipsets? Then RIP us all. You know what I mean? For a few days at least, or at least a day. You know the magic word, chipset. Yo, chat, we're almost at 200 likes, man. If you haven't hit the like button, it'd be super awesome. Definitely would appreciate it a lot. Definitely would appreciate it a lot. That's CNBC. Kevin, so you're asking about right there. I usually like their coverage for especially for earnings and stuff like that. Let me look and see if Apple and them came out at all yet, and we can see if preliminaries are out. I don't know what time these guys are all doing their earnings. Jesus, Facebook's up that much? Let me pull up Facebook real quick. God, dude. Dude, Facebook, man. Good Lord. What was their earnings? Let me look at this real quick. God, look at that. This is like pre-hype. Pre-hype, maybe. Ford earnings. Ford might go up too. Where's Ford at right now? Pull up Ford over here real quick. Woo! Ford's selling off. Yeah. What was Ford's earnings? Man, it's so many earnings. So many earnings, Chad. So little time. Oh, Ford right here.
Shortage altogether, that's about 1.1 million vehicles that will be lost due to the chip shortage.
That's what it is. Chipset shortage right there, chat.
A $2.5 billion adverse effect this year, that's at the high end of
Oh,
their
they're going to lose
previous
$2.5 billion
guidance.
because of the chipset shortage.
Adjusted free cash flow for the year will be coming in.
Oh, dude, I hate chipsets, chat. I hate them.
1.5 billion.
I hate them,
Jim
chat.
Cramer is talking
I hate
to Ford
chipsets.
CEO Jim Farley. As we speak, he'll have more tonight on Mad Money. But no doubt, guys, that guidance is going to get a lot of attention as we are now really seeing the full impact of the chip shortage. They're losing half of their planned production for the second quarter because they just don't have enough of these chips.
Down 2%. Facebook up 7%.
Their estimate beat though, man.
Phil was chatting, and a big beat similar to
They beat big, man. Ford did.
Coming in 26.2 billion. Forecast was
Facebook. Let's go, Facebook. 330. Oh my God, they blew it out of the water.
So as I said, driven by that advertising number. The EPS beat on the bottom line, significant. 330 per share. The forecast is for 237.
That's massive.
As I said, coming through on the advertising line, the daily active users and the monthly active
users blew it.
Are basically in line, even fractionally behind 1.88 billion DAUs versus a forecast of 1.89.
That's big.
MAUs were 2.85, forecast of 2.86. So that was essentially in line. But the revenues, a nice beat. The earnings, a big beat. Let's get to Julia, who's also been digging down into
probably
a little bit more detail.
Unfortunately, man, that's how it's going to be for a little bit.
I guess to Google, very big beat.
Yeah, Neo's getting hurt off that news too.
Absolutely. And of course, there's a lot of focus on the
short-term noise, though, guys.
They say they expect second quarter 2021 year-over-year total revenue growth to remain stable or modestly accelerate relative to the growth rate in the first quarter of 2021 as we lap slower growth related to the pandemic.
Oh, look at that beat!
In the third and fourth quarters of 2021, we expect year-over-year total.
They did $26.17 billion, guys, versus the $23 billion that there was estimate.
And they say we continue to expect increased ad targeting headwinds. That's referring to Apple there in 2021 from regulatory and platform changes, most notably the recently launched iOS 14.5 upgrade.
That hurts a little bit, though. The new iOS stuff hurts Facebook a little bit. Does hurt a little bit.
And then also just one last thing here, Wilf, on expenses.
It's a lot of money.
They say they expect expenses to be in a higher range of between 70 to 73 billion from the.
That's a lot of money.
68 to 73 billion. Wilf, I'm going to continue to dig.
I mean, you can see this right here, dude. Like,
Facebook shares up 5.3%.
Look at Facebook right there.
After hours, Mike, they say that the strength was driven by price increase, 30% year-over-year increase in the average price
That's
per
big.
ad, and 12% increase in the number of ads delivered. And
they blew it out of the water, though.
Those prices driving.
It's not just a beat.
During the rest of
It's smacking.
2021. Obviously a very strong report, and you see the reaction.
Yeah, and that shows you just kind of the phenomenal earnings leverage that's inside this company. Obviously, you're comparing year over year to the pandemic quarter, but still 48% increase in revenues, 93% jump in earnings. It shows you.
I didn't think it was gonna be that good, honestly.
A lot of it falls to the bottom line. So new high. This is a new all-time high for Facebook. It actually had been trading a little below the former high here, but after hours with the 5% move. You got to a record.
Of course, so much focus on.
That's the reason why I always preach about Facebook, dude. I know guys don't like Facebook, and I get it. I don't really use Facebook either, but man, they're money printers, bro. They're just money printers.
That guidance that Julia was talking about,
ridiculous.
Factored in that change. They did say that
print money.
Launched iOS 14.5 will impact things. We expect to begin having.
Facebook started out like $17, $18 or something like that back in like 2013, 2012. It's been a long time ago, man.
We were saying to that Google print, very strong advertising.
It's been a long time ago.
Yeah, I heard Josh earlier talk about how
whoever invested at the start has done really well.
I think the best thing about this print is that
I didn't start investing in Facebook until like 2017, and back then it was like $100 a share.
If you think about just the beat on the digital ad spend, we view this as an area that's going to continue to increase over the next couple of quarters. And so for me, this is a great report because I got exactly what I was looking for as it relates to some of the negatives and an even bigger positive than I was anticipating. And so as much as you have
probably the biggest beat I've seen in a while, honestly, on the company.
Over the next couple of quarters.
The comps are so hard to read because they're obviously up these crazy numbers from the depths of the pandemic last year. But Facebook, Josh, warns about the momentum not being able to keep up because we're just seeing the crazy growth right now in prices and ad rates. So what do you do?
Ford got smacked though, dude. I bet you all EVs. Is all EVs right now going down like that?
So that's such a great point. And it's so important for so many companies.
They're all so connected.
This is not just a Facebook.
New got down a little bit too off that news.
This is going to
that
hit Twitter. It's
New
going to hit
did
Snap.
see
It's gonna
Tesla.
hit YouTube
Tesla already talked about this though in
numbers,
their.
because there really was
My
a
bad.
3-month period of time.
Tesla already talked about this,
where
and that's the reason why you see
literally
Tesla go down the
there
other
was
day.
nothing to do.
Yeah, even
other than
Tesla's getting hit again by it.
and be on these mobile sites, and they are not going to have that same level of engagement, no matter what, unless we have a new pandemic. Like there's going to be a season or two of very difficult comps. So I do think that has the potential for keeping.
Good thing is though, guys, about Neo and XPing is that they're actually making their own chips. They're going to be starting to make their own chips. So that way they're not so reliant on other chips, which is good. But it's going to take a little while for that stuff to start happening.
I do think they'll be okay. But
Short term, you're still going to get hit by it.
That really is the thing that we need to think about for the second half of this year. Not, it won't be an issue.
But at the end of the day,
yet, but it will
it's
start
short term.
to be an issue as people start to
Not a lot
look
you can
out.
do about it.
Josh, Shannon, thank you both very much for joining us today. Much appreciated as ever. The earnings action only just getting started. Apple's results set to be released in about 20 minutes. And
Yeah, Apple, dude. That's another one I'm looking forward to.
As they cross. Plus, we are watching for Endeavor's IPO pricing, and we'll bring you that as soon as it's announced. We're back in 90
Good
seconds.
old Endeavor. Have a look at that as well. That's a whole lot of really good earnings though. Really good earnings right there. Not bad, man. How will Doge dip? I mean, right now it looks like Doge is going to stay somewhere. Oh, did I not close it? Oh, I closed it. Okay. Right now it looks like Doge is staying somewhere around the 30-cent range. Been going up and down, right? Around 30 cents, between 30 cents and 31 cents. Pretty much consolidated around there. But for right now, it doesn't look like it's dropping. That doesn't mean it can't. Doesn't mean it can't, right? Right now, I'm going to say it's going to stay around 30 cents area, though. Until we see a move up or down, whichever way. Sorry if you answered this already, but is it true Tesla sold 10% of their Bitcoin? Yes, Hunter, yeah. Tesla said they would be buying and selling some of their Bitcoin in and out, as a way to make extra money as well. Somewhere out in there. Let me reply back to Nicole real quick. Sorry guys, it's been a stressful day today. Stressful day. And good earnings doesn't always mean you're going to go up, though. I mean, you see that yesterday, right? You seen that yesterday, Chad, with Pinterest. Pinterest blew it out of the water and still went down a lot. Let's see. Ford just had another big print order come in, though, for $1.8 million. The people that are long on Ford are buying in a lot. Apple just had another $14 million order come through as well. That's some big orders. Oh, it is changing. That's a big chunk going down right there. A pretty big chunk. Getting bought back up though. I don't really want to call. I wouldn't really call this a dump though until if it was a dump down to like right here in this low over here. We had like 2,600. Let's say it gets to 2,600. Then I'd say it's probably a dump. This is also kind of fairly normal for cryptos though. To go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Especially when you're hitting highs. Did Bitcoin do the same or not? It's just like one of those things. I guess Bitcoin about the same too, right? Went up to 54 and then dropped back now, or 56, then drop back down. So it'd not be the only one. Not the only one indeed. Yo, chat, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the like button. Definitely helps out. If you guys aren't a sub, think about hitting the sub button as well. Love to have you guys come back, hang out. We have a lot of earnings coming out, so I'm trying to wait for Apple's earnings. We have Apple, Qualcomm. Obviously, we had Ford's come out. Ford obviously did great. The reason why Ford's going down because of the chipsets. It's going to affect $2.5 billion worth of sales this Q2. Kind of stinks. We have eBay coming up. Oh, where's the eBay at? Let me check eBay's. eBay earning. Is it come out yet? We have earning previews. eBay. Okay, right here it is. Okay, yeah. So eBay didn't knock it out of the park. They did better though than estimates, right? eBay beat EPS by they had a $1.09, which beat the estimates of $1.07, so 2-cent beat, and then revenue beat 3.02 billion versus the 2.97 billion estimate. Well, that's good, man. They beat those. Merchandise value 27.5 billion. Q2 expected to be 20. Ooh. Revenue. Let's see. Q2 is expected. Okay. Nothing bad there. So eBay did. How's eBay stock doing? I threw $10 at Pinterest just before the stock market closed. Why? Because I'll buy that for $1 cost average. I mean, well, Pinterest dropped yesterday, so right now would be the better time to be buying Pinterest, right? I think people kind of overreacted on the Pinterest news. Myself, again, they still have 545 million active users every month. They blew earnings. They beat earnings by like 30% due to ad revenue. Let's see here. Let me pull up eBay. Let's see how eBay's is reacting right now. Is eBay's singing? Get that run up, man. You had a run up right here. You guys are wondering why this is selling awesome? That's because eBay had a run up to earnings. And now people are kind of like, again, buy the hype, sell the news kind of thing. Because their revenue wasn't bad at all. They beat revenue estimates. They beat the EPS estimates as well. You'll probably see this come back up tomorrow, though. People will buy back into eBay again tomorrow at a low and ride it back up. eBay's about a $70, $75 stock. It's nothing crazy, but nothing crazy. Still beat revenues. Still beat EPSs as well. I mean, the biggest one, obviously, is this right here. How's Apple doing right now? Apple's earnings comes out soon. They're going up. Apple is right now. Hump-a-lumping. Humping. Let me see if I can find it. Apple earnings, man. So let's see here. Setting the context for Apple first quarter, their fiscal second quarter. Earnings analysts expected. I don't care about expect. Come on, Apple. Number Apple earnings. Here's how. Okay, that's your estimates. Apple's investor. So the investor call is at 5 p.m., 4 p.m. I don't care about investor call. Apple earnings will blow past expectations. Obviously, that's the expectation, but all right, you can come back now. All right, I'll pull it back over here in a minute. Yeah, eBay's done good this year, 100%. They really have. They done good. eBay did great. Again, I think why eBay's down right now is because eBay had a run up, right, going into earnings. And I think it's kind of like one of those buy the hype, sell the news type scenarios. I think tomorrow you'll see eBay come back up, though. And they did beat on both. Again, it wasn't like a crazy beat. They did beat. And right now in this market, sometimes you got to have a crazy beat to take advantage of an upswing. Sometimes you have to have a crazy beat, man, to take advantage of the upswings right now in this market we're in. Hello, Apple, where you at? We're waiting on you, Apple. NetJets, yada yada. I'll keep it over here and wait until they get Apple earnings should be out in about 7 minutes or so. Yo, peace out, Dean. Thanks, man, for coming and chilling, brother. Thank you, man. Also, eBay is a eBay is a dividend stock as well, so you can get paid 2 ways. It's 100% right, DJ. 100% right. I agree with that. Sell the profits never hurts. Some had it and sold. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have that a lot too, Brian. You have a lot of people that buy in on stuff, ride it up, they sell off, they buy back in on another low again, ride it back up. I mean, that's the way people make legitimate money, man. People live off that. Correct? I mean, it's a legitimate way to invest. Short-term investing. Definitely taking risks there, correct? But I do that sometimes as well. I just, me personally, I'm more of a long-term investor, as I do invest into lots of long-term high growth stocks, right? Facebook going to invest in the crypto. Why does everybody say that, man? I mean, maybe if Facebook buys some Bitcoin, I'll be down with Facebook buying Bitcoin. They have a ton of money. Yeah, I guess I can see Facebook buying Bitcoin. Eventually, I think you'll see a lot of companies investing into Bitcoin, though. Secure, what are you even talking about? So confused. Like, are you human? Guys, remember, I'm reading stuff too, man. We have a lot of earnings coming out today, so I'm not just reading chat in general. I'm trying to get both, but Invis and AMC are both undergoing heavy market manipulation. I wonder why. Well, Invis is a swing trade stock, Arthur, at the end of the day. I mean, right now, until Invis shows differently. Now, obviously, a lot of these momentum stocks, Invis is one of them, have been held down a lot by shorts. A lot of momentum stocks have been held down by shorts, a lot. Now, the strategy, you should put a time at the bottom right of your screen so people stop asking if you're real or not. I mean, that's only one person that's asked. Only one person's asking for real or not, so. I think he's just chill. I think he's just kidding, by the way. Heavily crypto, closing in on Bitcoin is Ethereum and Litecoin. I think Bitcoin's going to be the big dog, obviously. I definitely think you're going to see some bigger dogs right behind it. Like you said, Litecoin, Ethereum, others right behind it as well. And you're going to have the other altcoins, I think, are the altcoins that are good, right? I think those are going to do well overall, like your you know, your ADAs or your Doge or in places like that. I think those are going to do great. Dogecoin, which is Polkadot. There's a lot of them I think are going to do great. I also do think there's going to be some at the forefront, which we have right now. Some of that's probably because of security reasons. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is very, very high security. It takes a lot longer to get mined, but it's very high security. Some people like that. It's the moon because this PS3, dude. Wow, Kevin, PS3. Let's go, baby. Dude, I remember the PS3 life. Oh, man. Honestly, I like playing my Nintendo, Super Nintendo, man, and my regular Nintendo, honestly. It might just be me. But yeah. And if you guys are looking to invest into crypto, you can do so right here, man, at $25 with a free Bitcoin. Use that code right there as well, 5E93B3. Right there, that link with Voyager. I know you're a busy father. Just wanted to ask, what time does your show come on YouTube in the morning? Well, it used to come on a lot earlier, right? I'm hoping we get back to that this coming up week. The last couple of weeks have been super stressful, man, with work. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get on a lot earlier as well, man. Today was like beyond stressful. Oh, man. Like I said, it's been one of those days. I got a lot of stress due to doctor stuff as well right now. It's just so stressful. It's life, right? None of your guys' problem, honestly. Stuff I have to deal with, man. Stuff I have to deal with. Nobody else has to deal with that, but it's been very stressful. Bodycam video, the fatal shooting. Drew. Dang, that's crazy. Guarantee is crazy. Hopefully after this break they'll come out with about earnings as well. My back is my deal. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. Super Nintendo, dude. I love the old school. I love the old school, man. Old school Sega, like the Segas, man. Sega Dreamcast. Obviously not as old school, but still love my Sega Dreamcast, man. I love old school games, honestly. And I still play. I still play some new school games. Just old school's where it's at for me. I like the classics, but I really don't have time to play a lot of games anymore. Dude, this last like few years, I haven't got to play a lot of games, and especially this last like 6 months, I literally have picked up a controller a couple times and played with the boys. Right. Other than that, it hasn't got to do a lot. Is it even possibly a 10? I mean, eventually it could be Embrace. Right now, I'm looking more towards the $1 mark, and then we'll see where we go from there. Right now, I think we can hit $1 on Doge over the next year, maybe faster, maybe this summer. CPI data could definitely help that out. Going to help out a lot of cryptos, I feel like, this summer, though. The Apple's just climbing, man, right now. Did earnings just come out? Seeing these big flashes.
Out for.
Look, I think it's important.
I'm still waiting. Hello, Apple, what are you doing? Let's see. Apple earnings due out at 4:30. Needs to sign off for the day, though. Ugh. Dude, it better be a green apple, Chad. It better not be a red apple. There's no way Apple's earnings could be bad, though, correct? I shouldn't say that, because then it's going to be bad. That'll be my luck. Green apple, chat, for Apple. Let's go, baby. Green apple, me apple. Going like a rocket right now, boy. We're going on a ship to a little Einstein. Look at the aftermarket hours, man. Good lord. Green apples. I hate red apples, so we're gonna go green apples, man. We need some Granny Smith greens, baby. Give me those Granny Smith greens. Facebook printed tendies for us. All we need now, man, is Apple to print some tendies as well. That's all we need, man. All we need. You know, Ford didn't do so good. So, you know, RIP Ford. But again, I do have a really good buying price on Ford, like $750. So I'm not going to be mad about it. This second quarter is going to be rough on car companies because of the chipsets. What can you do, man? Oh. So here it is, man, right here, chat. Earnings, guys, earnings right here. EPS of $1.40 versus $1 estimated, and revenue of $89.6 billion versus $76.6 billion. They knocked it out. It looks like they knocked it out of the park like Facebook over here, baby.
We're closer to 41.4 billion. Services $16.9 billion in the quarter. Mac easily besting expectations, $9.1 billion in the quarter there.
Apple printing tendies, man.
$9 billion. Same goes with iPad, $7.8 billion. Street was closer.
God, they got imagine having $204 billion of cash just laying around, Chad.
$4 billion in the quarter. Turning capital return news.
When is Apple going to buy some Bitcoin?
22 cents per share. That's an increase of 7%. It also authorizes an increase of $90 billion to the existing existing share repurchase program. Company does not provide formal guidance at this time.
They're doing share rebuy back too.
Which remember starts at 5 p.m. Eastern. Back to you all.
Yeah, it's a wow quarter. Josh Lipton, Josh, thank you very much. Dan Ives, everything you wanted to hear basically on the revenue number.
Neo tomorrow, girl. Neo tomorrow, man.
$90 billion extra buyback program.
Neo tomorrow.
Tell us your first thoughts.
If you looked up blowout earnings in the dictionary, it would be Apple's March quarter. I mean, this is what I almost say is a dream scenario for the bulls in terms of what you see on iPhones, services, is of course on the buyback as well. This really
The buyback
shows,
is good for Apple as well.
About the super cycle. You look at this quarter, this sort of puts the, what I believe is the exclamation mark that the super cycle is alive and well. This looks like this is going to be Apple's historic year where they'll break 231 million iPhones. I think right now this is the
thoughts on Neo, man. I love Neo.
$200. This is really, in my opinion, probably the best quarter I've seen from Apple in the last 24 months.
I think so, Kevin. Yeah, but, I like Apple a lot too.
I mean, all of these mega cap tech companies are blowing the numbers out of the park.
Dude, Apple and Facebook, man, blowing it out of the ballpark.
A $12 billion upside revenue beat for a 3-month period is pretty extraordinary. So I think it's the margin of victory, so to speak, that Apple put in there. Also, Apple shares basically flat since September 2nd. In the mid 130s and actually went up above 140 at some point. So the context was the stock certainly was not overextended in the short term.
Yeah, Apple and Facebook blew it out of the water today.
CEO Tim Cook on the quarter. Josh.
Sarah, I did have the chance to speak with Apple CEO Tim Cook about the quarter. I want to start with iPhone again. $47.94 billion in the quarter versus expectations of $41.4 billion from the street. Here's what Cook told me. iPhone grew 66%, he said. And it was driven by strong demand from the iPhone 12 family. The iPhone 12 is the most popular iPhone, but we had extremely strong results in iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max. The Kira deals
probably not this year, girl.
Supercharging demand in
probably like 70 this year.
Competitive marketplace, and you see iPhone doing extremely well around the world. To that point, I also did ask Tim Cook about what the trends and themes he's seeing in China. Cook telling me we are seeing strength across the product line in China. iPhone did extremely well, but Mac, iPad, wearables, home and accessories also did.
It could happen, Kevin. Yeah, 200 by the end of the year could definitely happen.
In urban China. And finally, on this Mac number, again, $9.1 billion versus expectations of $6.9 billion. Cook saying we're seeing strong first-time buyers on the Mac. It continues to run just south of 50%. And in China, he told me it's even higher than that.
The bad thing is those chipsets, man. Chipsets affect Apple too. Remember that. Chipsets affect
Josh Lipton, thank you very much.
Tech companies as well.
Tim Cook.
That could hold revenues back a little bit.
66% growth in iPhone. You heard Cook describe the momentum in different parts of the world and in different parts of the portfolio.
I could definitely say 175 by the end of the year. I think, honestly.
Why did this come as such a surprise to the street?
Well, so first of all, I'm going to give it to Dan Ives on this because I've always been sort of a super cycle skeptic, but clearly there is a definite super cycle, and that's what we're seeing here. I think the color on the China numbers is absolutely fantastic for Apple. I actually thought, they might have that sort of nice blip from the last quarter, and it might sort of plateau. No, it seems like China likes Apple products more than ever. Also,
it's China, bro. They got tons of people. What do you expect?
Beefing up their hardware, beefing up their sort of.
Why is it every time, man, new earnings come out, people freak out about China buying all kinds of stuff?
Out of pandemic or mid-pandemic, whatever.
Like, dude, China has tons of people, right? Obviously, it's the biggest EV market in the world too.
Have sort of a good ecosystem of products at home because even as people go back to the office,
it's the reason why I invest in some of the companies over there.
Spend maybe 2 or 3 days a week from home.
Or like weeds.
That's going to be part of their sort of new normal. So Apple really wins out on this, and I think compared to Microsoft, I know that was a good interesting comparison. I mean, Apple's still consumer-facing, right? Now, ultimately, that's what we're seeing in Google and Facebook, and now Apple is that that there's been a supercharge in just engagement and activity with these products, and I think that's reflected in these numbers, and it's hard to find anything negative. Though I'm still looking, so that's my take so far.
I mean, America's the same way, though, Mark. America's the same way, man, with income equality. That's everywhere. That's a lot of countries. Unfortunately. Obviously, I wish it wasn't that way.
Price target, but our bull case is 225.
I'm talking about the companies, man, growing over there is ridiculous.
It validates the bull case thesis, and like Ed talked about, and I think Josh had great insight from Cook. It's about China. China really, that's the fuel in the engine in Cupertino. And this is really playing out to be, you had the biggest product cycle year ever for Apple. It was a pandemic, a lot of skeptics, and now they're just continuing to prove the skeptics wrong. These are just numbers, jaw droppers.
So what is the risk here, Mike Santoli? Certainly we saw the stock a little bit underperform.
What is the
this
risk
year.
here?
It was only up less than 2% going into the print. It's now up 4.2%. Is the risk that they can't sustain this kind of momentum? That there's some sort of
Some eat bats while the others eat the.
Yeah, the risk would be.
I mean, America eats weird crap too, though. Unfortunately,
I mean, the company itself.
Different cultures, different things.
This kind of run rate for iPad and Mac. Now, phones, different story. We don't know if that's going to continue to play out. And then it's what multiple do you put on it? $90 billion incremental stock buyback, I think, is pretty much in the zone for people looking at. To me, seems like a pretty stingy dividend, increase, but they're really much more emphasizing.
This might come down a little bit, Kevin. Again, the chipsets are going to affect lots of companies. Eventually, the chipsets won't really matter so much because next quarter the chipset shortage will get a little bit smaller. Quarter 4 get a little bit smaller, correct?
Facing off against Fortnite and potentially in Europe.
I'd wait till tomorrow before you bought in. That way you can see.
For now, we'll leave it there.
First, if I was me. Now, hopefully this doesn't explode, man. You missed out on money there, but.
Ed Lee, we appreciate it. Still ahead on the show, much more reaction to all of today's after-hours earnings, including.
Yeah. Dude, Apple and Facebook, man, literally blew it out of the water. Qualcomm did great as well, though. I can't say bad about Qualcomm. Facebook and Apple, though, man, just literally obliterated their earnings, man. It's ridiculous. How much is Facebook still up? I mean, Facebook's still going up. They're up 18% in aftermarket. Jesus. This is the reason why, like, back here when Facebook was down a lot, right back here, I was like, dude, right now is a great time to buy Facebook at 250. You guys remember that 250, 270 range when I said it was a great time to buy it? And I get, man, some people are like, morally, I'm not going to buy it. I get it. I get you. I get you, man. I'm just not going to stay away from money printers. It's not my forte, man. It's not me. And Apple and Facebook. Jesus. I even know people that won't even put money into Apple. No. People are weird, man. People are weird. What can you do? How's GM doing right now? GM came down off that Ford news. Ya caramba. Ford GM, man. Came down hard off that news off Ford. Yeah, caramba, caramba, caramba. These weird candles like that happen. Thinking of visiting China. Now I'm not so sure. Hong Kong thing. Google Hong Kong or Tokyo. Them cities. Oh yeah. Well, Hong Kong's really big. Tokyo's really big as well, right? I mean, Japan and China are both beautiful countries. You know what I mean? In terms of, like, you know, landscapes. There's so many beautiful landscapes out there, though. I don't agree with some of their governments, right? I don't agree with some of the government stuff, but the people aren't all bad, man. You know what I mean? It's not like the people are bad there. Doesn't mean the companies are bad. VXRTs ran up a lot, so you might want to wait a little bit off that run up. They had some good news for their new pill coming out for it's kind of like Tamiflu, but for COVID. So they had some good news off that. So you might want to wait for another little pullback happen. I have 800 Doge. Will that make me some money? Hopefully it makes you some money. Yeah, man. Saturday, the May 8th, we have a really good catalyst coming up for that. You got the Saturday Night Live with good old Elon. They could definitely pump up Doge. That's for sure. The hype going, man. The hype. Going for both of those. Went to China. He said there's so many people. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people over in China, man. That's the reason why I'm saying. And that's the reason why Neo does battery swap technology, because obviously they're in China. It's kind of hard to put a ton of charging. They do have charging stations, right? But they've been trying to do more battery swap technology over there because it makes more sense. There's not enough places to put chargers. You know what I mean? Just not enough. Just the way it blows, man. The way it blows. You remember, chat, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys hit the like button below. Also, make sure you guys hit the sub button. Love to have you guys be a part of the family here. If you guys are wondering what I'm using right now, I'm using webull. If you sign up right now, man, they do have a thing going on. If you put $100 in, you get 2 free stocks right now worth of $1,800 as well. ChargePoint has some really good news today. They teamed up with GM. They're putting in 20,000 charging stations. Same thing with Blink. They got 20,000 as well. And what was the other one? EV Connect, I think. Something like that. Something like that. I mean, right now it's at towards all-time highs, so it could dip some, right? Me personally, I think that as we get closer to the CPI data, I think Ethereum and other things are going to go up closer to the CPI data that comes out. Doesn't mean we can't see some downturns here between now and then, though. What you should do, honestly, I don't know how much money you're going to put in, but just buy it over time. Dollar cost average in, man. Dollar cost average in. Tell 6. We do have a good chance, obviously, on the 8th. But don't be surprised if after the 8th we have some pullbacks here and there on some of the coins. Correct? Especially something like Doge. If it does go up a ton, don't be surprised in like some pullbacks here and there. Right now, Doge is very consistent and pretty much consolidating around the 30-cent area. Ever since this morning. Pretty much since about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock this morning, so the past 6 hours. Pretty much been consolidating, which is good. Consolidating at 30 cents is better than consolidating at 20, 26, 27 it was last time. Higher consolidations are nice. Nice indeed, mateys. Yo, you rock, Tail. You rock, brother. You rock, my man. I'll put $5 into ETH every day for the rest of my life. There you go, man. I mean, that's the one way to do it, right? Just average in every day. Or average in it once a week or once a month, whatever you can do. I would, for sure, Brian. I definitely would, man. That's definitely what I would do. Why not? I'm just happy that Facebook and Apple, man, knocked it out of the park. Literally full blunt knocked it out of the park, man. Huge days for Facebook. Huge days for Apple today. You love to see. I wish I was in Qualcomm. I wasn't in Qualcomm, so you know. RIP. I didn't get those gains. Didn't get those gains, man. Give a little 30 to give Adams love. ADA, man. Good old ADA. All right. Let's see here. Is this some of this stuff financial advice? Never, dude. I'm literally a nerd wearing a Mario t-shirt. I don't know up from down sometimes, much less how to make people money. Yeah, I mean, I do know, though, if you use this link right here, you get $25 worth of free Bitcoin right now. You trade $100 on the Voyager platform right there. You also, if you're a long-term holder, Voyager is great for that. So, buying in on Doge right now, bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think anytime buying into a investment is a bad idea, as long as you don't go all in at once. I think now is better than never. You know what I mean? Now is better than ever. As long as you're buying in and you know you're going to be in it kind of a little bit longer term, and you're going to be buying in over time, then yes. What's my position in Dogecoin? I have about 58,000 Doge. About an average price right now, about 6.5 cents. On the Doge. The doggy coin. If I were going to buy Doge, I would set a limit for 28.50. Hey. You don't have to do that, man, as long as you just buy cost average in. Called a financial suggestion. The financial suggestions? Oh, Lord. Yo, what's up, part-time? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well, my man. Yo, shout out to you guys that came in to hang out today. It really does mean a lot. Sorry the stream was a lot later today. Things have been very stressful today, so, you know, RIP me a little bit. Tomorrow, hopefully, is a lot better. Thanks to anybody who donated. I knew we had a couple donations earlier as well. Shout out to you guys. I know we had a, who was the top dono earlier? Not going to show it, is it? Why you do this to me? I'll say it in a minute. I have to pull it up. Let me go over here. I'll tell you what it was. Monomutations. Super poopers. Shannon Rice. That was it. That's what I was thinking it was. I was going to be for sure. The $20 holla ballers earlier. I appreciate it. These things allow me to support my crazy kids, man, and myself. So I do appreciate you. But yeah, chat. Time is it 3? It's almost 4 p.m. Rippers. Shout out to me for fleeing the country because I owe money to the. Yo, Jaggy. That's good. At least you got out of the country, man, before you got beat up. I made a little bit here and there, man, off Doge. Off the scalping some here and there sometimes. Not like a ton, man. Maybe like 4 or 5 grand or something like that. Over the past, I don't know, 2 months or so, 3 months maybe. Most of mine's kind of went into at new highs, taking out some of my original profit and then kind of churning more coins out that way. Kind of what I've done. On Doge, I haven't really been doing it for profits right this second. Been doing it more churning than anything. Turning out more coins at the end of the day than I had before. Yeah, I think we'll see a pretty good push on May 8th for sure. I'm planning on selling some if it hits $1. I'll probably sell some, yeah, for sure. Probably sell some of it for sure, man. I feel like you kind of, if you're not selling some here and there, man, on the way up, I feel like you're probably doing it a little wrong. Obviously, I wouldn't sell all of your stuff at once. Yeah, I know if you're not going to sell all of it at $1. But I think once we hit $1, I think we can go higher than that. You know what I mean? Seventh, well, you're going to have a pullback. You're going to have a pullback a little bit here and there, Justin. If it shoots up a ton, you're always going to have some pullbacks, man. It's kind of normal in the markets. Usually you come out on newer lows, though. That's what you want to see. It's not so much about the new high, man, coming back down. It's all about like where we low back out at. So if we see a big push on the 8th and we come back and our new lows at 35 cents, that's better than 30 cents, right? And as long as we continue to build on new higher lows, that's what you want to see in the coin. You don't having new highs is great, but you want to see where the base is going to be. Where's that base going to be after the hype is gone? Because you're always going to have buy the hype and then sell the news. That happens everywhere. That's not the thing to worry about. Well, right now, definitely looks like right now the new support right now is around 30 cents. It all depends on like how high we get on the 8th or the 7th, whatever day we pump to the most. Depending on how high we go. Hopefully, if we go up, you know, let's say let's go up 50 cents. Hopefully our new lows are like 35 or 40. That'd be great. That'd be higher than the 30 we're at right now. All right, chat. That's probably it for me for right now, though. I'll have a video out later. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys smack the like button down below. Make sure you guys hit the sub button. I have to do some more work. I also got to work on a video as well. I'll get that posted on the channel. Hit that little bell notification so you guys know when things are live. I'll definitely be live tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to do a live stream tonight. We'll see how it goes. Figure out how much time I have. Depending on how much time, man. But yeah, chat, if you guys are wondering what I'm using, I am using Webull. If you sign up with Webull right here, man, you put $100 in. Put $100 in. You get 2 free stocks right now as well. Worth up to $1,800. All you do is put $100. It's an awesome platform. You can buy, sell, and trade crypto all day long. And you can buy and sell stocks, man, 4 hours aftermarket, 4 hours in pre-market, where you can't do that on a lot of other platforms, such as Robinhood and others. Think about signing up, man. Free money. Turn out that free money. And if you're looking for a long-term holding in your coins, obviously, even if not, you can also sign up though with Voyager and get the $25 worth of free Bitcoin. Appreciate you guys being here. And right there's that code as well. This 5E93B3 code is right there. I will see you guys later. Appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. I'll have a video out in a little bit as well. And I'll see you guys in Discord. If you guys aren't in Discord, join the Discord. There's a link down in the description. Peace out, chat. Everybody stay safe. Don't be getting too crazy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow if I don't see you guys tonight in the live stream. Peace out, fam.